Eagles. Eagles.
Welcome in, everybody, to a special Thursday night edition here as we kick off the 2025 NFL season. The Philadelphia Eagles will take the field in about an hour from now versus Cincinnati Bengals for preseason game number 1. I'm your host, Zander Krause. Year number 2 for me, everybody. Thanks for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We obviously ended the last time we had a game day show on the highest of high notes that you can go. All right. And that resulted in a Super Bowl championship for the Philadelphia Eagles. And now here we are, I don't know, what, 6 months later or so, 6 months later, ready to kick off the start of the new year. And before I get to Johnny Mac, I know I got John McMullen in my green room right now. We're going to talk to him. We got plenty of stuff to talk about here as the game will set to kick off in about an hour. I'll take some great comments from the people. I do want to start on one note, and I didn't want to start here because it's quite somber, but I will remind everybody the goal of these games. And you look around at the league today, C.J. Gardner-Johnson gets an injury in Houston. Looks like he might be out for the year. Rashawn Slater in L.A., who just signed a max contract deal, left tackle over there, boom, ruptured a patellar tendon. So out for the season. Just like that, your season can change on a dime. So that's the most important part of these games. So anytime you ever think, why do the Eagles do what they do? Why do the Eagles not play people? Why are the Eagles so cautious about these things? The answers are right in front of you, and that happened all in the league just today. So injuries happen everywhere. The main purpose of these games is obviously get your feet wet, get back into the rhythm of a game, get the feeling back, but do not risk injury or anything in these games, and the Eagles do a pretty good job at that. So good stuff there. Obviously, prayers up to those two players who were hurt today. Let's go to our main man, Johnny Mac, set to join us right now for the first pregame show edition of the interview as he joins me right now here. Johnny Mac down live from Lincoln Financial Field, my friend. How you doing, J-Mac?
Yeah, back for another season, and the players are just coming out. So, you're going to see
love
who's
that
dressed.
look at J-Mac with the binoculars. That's a good look, Johnny Mac.
So, Cooper DeJean is fully dressed, so that's a bit of a surprise. The special teams are out there, so don't have a full accounting yet, but the fact that Cooper's out there indicates, hey, we might see the first team defense for a series or two.
Yeah, Cooper DeJean out there. John, what do you know so far? I know you're speculating on some. Is there any that have come that are, they're playing, they're not, like Jihad Campbell? Do we know Jihad is playing? Any that we know, or is all right now just wait until you see him through the binoculars, J-Mac?
Yeah, we're waiting until we see him through the binoculars. Jihad was stretching, though, so I think he's going to play. Did see him earlier. The players are just coming out in full uniform now, but it's just the special teams guys. They're working on punt returns. The kickers out there. Christian Johnson is going to be the long snapper, not Charlie Hewlett. Is dealing with that neck injury. And his guys continue to dribble out. I know Saquon's not playing.
Yeah, that's good.
He's doing the rounds, slapping backs and shaking hands and kissing babies. So I'm pretty sure he's not playing.
Yeah, that's the Saquon. There you go. Saquon, he's earned that. He's earned that special, Johnny Mac. John, coming into a game like this, man, how do you approach it? And I think it's different because it's the first preseason game, right? Game 2 and 3, I think you really start to get into kind of the preseason weeds. But, when you're a team, when you're a coach, when you're a player, what's the approach? What's the mindset coming into a game like this? How do you try and get the most out of it? Because I know we down talk it a little bit, and I think, in theory it makes sense because it's not the starters. It's kind of a shitty version of football, if you will. But there are back roster guys, John, that are fighting for their lives in the NFL in games like these, and I think that's the best part of it. But what's the mindset for some of these players and coaches coming into a game like this?
Well, the coaches, I think the biggest part of it is the operation. You want to see a smooth operation from their standpoint. You want to see communication going well. So Nick Sirianni wants to make sure that, for the offense, you want You want them to come out of the huddle on time. Kevin Petullo's made a big deal about that, to give them as much time as possible to make adjustments at the line of scrimmage. So little things like that. Big goes up in the box, obviously. So the communication on defense, you want to see how that looks, and you want to see a smooth operation from that standpoint. From the player standpoint, there's no game planning. So you're basically just running your plays, what you want to run.
Right.
Obviously, it is a big opportunity because the Eagles are a very deep team, obviously a very talented team. The team they're playing tonight, it's a good team, not a great team, not nearly as talented up and down the roster. So, if Cincinnati sees somebody who's not able to make the 53 here, maybe they put a claim in. So you're not only fighting as one of those back roster guys to show the Eagles what you can do, but show 31 other teams, because this is going on tape. Those teams can't see the Eagles practice, so they can read about it if they're doing their research and see who's playing well from that perspective, but they don't get to see it. Cleveland will get to see it for 2 practices next week, and that's important as well. But so when you're out on the field, you want to perform well no matter what, because everybody's watching around the NFL.
Yeah, no doubt about it, John. We're going to get into the opponent a little bit, what we know about that. But just, John, for a second, bring the viewers inside. You're in the stadium right now. Was there traffic? I know Eagles Nation, John, is not going to sleep at the wheel. I know it's a preseason game. I know you're not going to be jacked up like regular, but bring us inside the atmosphere, what the stadium is like right now. Is she looking as pretty as she did at the end of last year? I think the last game we played there was that snow. Oh, no, it was the NFC title game, obviously, versus the Washington Commanders, where we beat the doors off them. Bring us inside the link, Johnny Mac, as we are about 48 minutes away from game time.
Well, here's one. Jalen Hurts is dressed, so that'll get people fired up. But I don't think he's going to play. But he's dressed. Tanner McKee's out there. Kyle McCord's out there. So the quarterbacks have started to leak out some more players. So, but Jalen's dressed.
Is that Jalen is a very process-oriented person.
Yes,
It
might be.
Yeah,
it might be just wants to go through his warm-ups and things like that. So I don't expect to see him, but like I said, I'm just putting it out there. He is dressed.
Yeah, no, he's dressed. That's cool to hear. I mean, I like that approach from a player. If you're going to come into it, might as well get something out of it. And I think running through that a time for Jalen, it makes sense for a player like him, who's obviously a very detailed, process-oriented player. Keep the main thing. So he's doing that, getting ready for the season. Good stuff for Jalen Hurts. John, the Bengals, what do you know about them? Are they going to play these starters or what, man? The rumor is they might get a couple series, and hopefully Vic Fangio's defense, however many of them they're playing, is up to the task against Joe Burrow and potentially Jamar Chase.
Yeah, I mean, if they are, it's going to be difficult. Like I said, I wouldn't get upset if the Eagles come out, but I do think the Eagles will play a decent amount of players that could be involved with key roles on defense. I think offense, I'll believe it when I see it. Defensively, look, Drew Makuba was working out before the game, so hopefully, he can get some playing time. That would be a positive, because on Monday when we talked to Vic, he didn't think he'd be able to play. Maybe he can play. Jacorian Brown's out there. Maybe they'll throw him out there. Jacorian Bennett. Because again, you're not game planning, so you're just throwing them out there and running your defense. You're not specifically trying to stop the Cincinnati Bengals. So all of that can be a positive. Mac McWilliams dealing with a quad. If those guys can get out there as young players, that's a positive, I would say. But you're going to see some guys, and because Vic wants to see the competition, and he has specifically said at those positions it's going to take a couple preseason games. Right. Well, preseason games means they have to play in the preseason, so you're going to see a decent amount of players on defense. It's just a matter of how long they're out there. And with young players, you would think they'd need to be out there for a quarter or so.
Yep, no doubt. Johnny Mac, you started the segment. We talked about coaches, and you talked about process and the operation that they have on game day. I think that's more meaningful for Kevin Patullo today than anybody. Again, I mentioned first preseason game feels a little different than 2 or 3. First is a little bit more important because it's the first one. You're shaking the rust off entirely, completely. I know nobody's going to play for Kevin Patullo. At least I don't assume anybody will play for Kevin Patullo. But first-year coordinator, first time calling plays, consistently at the NFL level. This is a lot of newness for Kevin Patullo, and he kind of has a trial-free run here, right, where the stakes are not high, Kevin. Iron out that thing and find your operation. I think it's actually a big one for Kevin Patullo.
Yeah, well, I don't think much good can come of it, but I think some bad could come of it. Like I said, when I talked about, if you see a bunch of delay of game penalties, 2 or 3, that's bad.
Right.
But you're not going to know the feel for the play calling because you're not game planning. So you're not trying to dial up the right thing to take advantage of the Cincinnati Bengals. So I don't think much. You're not going to find anything out about the play calling because they're not game planning. They're not doing it specifically to beat the Bengals. But if bad things happen, so it's one of those things where it's not necessarily about getting upset about 3rd and 7 because maybe they're working something as opposed to trying to win a football game versus, hey, don't get a bunch of delay of games or something of that nature.
John, what about something like even something as simple as this? The way you hold the play card, that you hold the call play, he's never called plays, So I look at little things, and I'm not saying they're big, or I agree with you. There's not tremendous upside here that you can get, but I do think it's valuable for a first-year coordinator to be able to get out there and do that. I mean, everybody's going to have their ways of doing things, Oh, I didn't like this font. I didn't like this color. I got to make this easier to locate in this type of situation. I think those things come into play as well. Do you agree with that, or do you think that's all pretty standard, set in stone?
Well, like I said, that'll come more into play when you're actually trying to win games, and then it comes your feel for a moment that comes into it. You're really not going to have a feel for the moment in preseason. So that's all I'm trying to say. As far as play calling, I said a lot. Look, most of that is done during the week anyway. But again, that doesn't even factor into this week because they're just going to run their offense. Just similar. This is a practice on steroids. They're dressed. It's live, but they're not doing anything that involves the Cincinnati Bengals, if that makes sense. They're just going to run what they want to run, and they want to work on it. So it's not about beating the opponent, and I think a lot of people don't understand that necessarily. Now, when you get competitive late in the game and you got a bunch of guys fighting for their NFL life, they want to go win the game.
Right, obviously.
So it's competitive from that standpoint. But I'm saying you're not specifically designing game plans and plays to beat the Cincinnati Bengals.
Makes sense. Johnny Mac, good stuff there. I want to get a couple of your thoughts. We're going to dive into some of these battles real quick. I won't keep you too long. We got the game coming up in around 42 minutes from right now. John, did you see the injuries that happened around the league today? Rashawn Slater just signed a big, massive contract a month ago. He gets injured today. He is out for the season. You look across the aisle or go down to Houston, Texas, where we sent our guy, C.J. Gardner-Johnson, Super Bowl champion with the Philadelphia Eagles. He suffered an injury today in practice that may or may not, I haven't seen any confirmation yet, maybe it's out there. He may miss the season. There's a reason the Eagles do it the way they do, John. But I said before you came on, it can all change really quick, brother.
Yeah, well, Rashawn Slater tore his patellar tendon, so he's out for the year. The Chargers have already confirmed that. And that's one of the best left tackles in football. And remember, this happened at practice. So, this is football. Things can happen anytime. Last year, Ben Van Sumeren got hurt in practice when he tore his ACL. So, and CJ got hurt in practice. They didn't get hurt in games anyway. But from the standpoint of, yeah, I mean, the Eagles have had a tremendous run of whether you want to call it, I think it's both. I think they do things very, you know, they have a very solid approach, sports science, health, wellness, all that kind of stuff. But also luck is involved, and they've been lucky for, a pretty extended period. But again, as guys going down today, significant players in practice, not even games. So, yeah, and that's number one coming out of this game. Hope nobody gets hurt. It's always number one.
Yep.
But football is a game where, as Zach Ertz said back in the day, if you play it long enough, the injury rate is 100%. And you never know when that's coming.
No doubt about it. Johnny Mac, good self. Let's move on to the football field. John, what do you expect quarterback time? Tanner McKay, what, 1 series, 2 series, a quarter, a half? How much you thinking on Tanner McKay, and then what's your expectation for DTR and Kyle McCord, the rookie?
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if Tanner got a quarter, and then Dorian will take over, probably play the second and third, and Kyle will finish it up. And then he'll probably flip that next week, where Kyle will get the extended period, right, and Dorian will finish up. That's my guess. That's pure speculation, but that's usually how they handle it. But yeah, I think you want to get Tanner some work, although they seem pretty confident, And as they say, they value their practices. So we'll see. He looks like he's revving up to play, though, Tanner McKee. But, bunch of guys are dressed. Cam Jurgens is dressed. And we're going to see pretty quickly here. But unfortunately, we're still in wait and see mode.
Yep, no doubt. John, going over to the defensive side, because I don't really think there are any other questions coming in on the offensive side. Maybe Tyler Steve. I doubt it without the other offensive linemen playing. I don't expect any of the offensive players to play, all entrenched players. We have obviously
Lane is dressed. By the way, Lane is dressed. I just saw Lane. Jordan's dressed. So, it could be that pregame, want to feel it up, want to feel the pregame.
So wait a second. You're telling me we got Jalen dressed, Lane dressed, Mailata's dressed. Holy moly! Could we be seeing the boys tonight, Johnny Mac? I doubt it.
Well, if you do, settle in quickly because it won't be long.
Yeah, right. Don't, like you said, don't go get a sandwich. Don't go to the bathroom. Yeah. Don't go and get food. Just hang on the couch for a couple minutes.
Yeah. So, be ready. But, I would recommend, starting to get focused on the younger players because they're going to play the majority of this game.
Yep, Johnny Mac, going over to the defensive side of the ball. I think the 2 key guys I've been saying today for me on this side of the ball are, I think Jahad Campbell's the obvious, the first-round pick. Hopefully he gets some snaps tonight. I would expect probably a series or 2 for him. But it's Keely Ringo and it's Sidney Brown for me. Yeah, and if Shakorian Bennett is ready to go, I don't know if he'll play, but I'd love to see him as well. But for me, it's Ringo and Brown, John. These are 2 guys that are unproven players that this team that won a Super Bowl last year, really on the backs of an incredible defense, is now relying on these 2 youngsters, unproven assets, for lack of a better word, in the NFL world, to really have a big year and make a big impact on this team. Now, I don't know what they're going to do tonight, but those are certainly 2 guys I want to see how they fare tonight in action.
Yeah, I think, obviously when you have a first-round pick and he's ahead of schedule, you'd like to see him make a play or 2. But again, I wouldn't be upset if he doesn't. A lot of guys. Smile Munden, I think, has had a nice camp. You want to see him. Some of the rookies. And Drew McCuba's dressed, so hopefully he'll be able to play. Ty Robinson, now that Thomas Booker's gone, now he's got a chance sort of to seize that 4th defensive tackle position. Mac McWilliams, I haven't seen Mac yet. He's probably out there, but haven't seen him yet. And that, as you go down a little bit further on day 3 and some of the offensive linemen, Drew Kendall, I think is important because you want that backup center. Miles Saint and Cam Williams is probably fighting for a job. Antoine Powell-Ryland is probably fighting for a job. So those are the guys, you probably want to focus in on.
Yeah, I'm curious to see about an APR. Might get to that second half, John. That's when you're really going to start to see some of those back end of the roster battles. I'm looking forward to seeing how they shake out tonight. John, any other names that I didn't mention there on the defensive side that you're looking for? Is that my man, Eddie K? Is that my guy, Eddie K? There he is. Good to see my guy, Ed Kratz, in the background. Good to see Ed Kratz. John, any other names? I'll let you finish that comment. Any other names, John, that I didn't mention that you're looking forward to seeing at the game tonight?
No, you hit most of them, and obviously the competitions are the most important part. Caleb Ringo, Adoree Jackson, obviously Sidney Brown. If Drew McCouba can get out there and play a little bit, we'll see. I don't know if Jihad's going to push Jeremiah Trotter, so I think, Trot, I presume, is going to be out there as well. He needs to keep that slow and steady pace. And I mentioned Small Munden, who's been doing a good job in camp, especially as a coverage linebacker. So, but yeah, defensively, obviously, there's many more competitions going on. Offense, it's about Anaya Smith and Johnny Wilson holding off some of those young receivers, or, can Colin Granson force Howie Roseman to keep 3 tight ends, things like that, on the offensive side of the ball. Probably the most interesting thing on offense is A.J. Dillon and Will Shipley. Pay attention to Will Shipley in pass protection, because he hasn't been good at it. He's a great receiver. I think he could really help the Eagles in the passing game. But if you can't block as a running back on third down, you can't play.
Especially as a backup, right, John? I mean, those are the times you need to have those things in the arsenal.
So that I would pay a large price, and I'm sure the Eagles will put him in that position to see how he handles it.
Yeah, and we'll stay. Johnny Mac, good stuff, man. Your final thoughts as we are about 33 minutes out from game time tonight. I know we don't want to overhype it, but it is the start of the 2025 campaign. It officially kicks off tonight. Last year, obviously, the team went the distance, and it ended with a parade on Broad Street. And it all kicks off tonight, Johnny Mac, the start of the next iteration of the Philadelphia Eagles. Your final thoughts here in this pregame show.
I'm glad you didn't ask me to pick a winner. That's my final thought.
Wait, you got to pick a winner. You don't have to give me a score, but pick a winner. Come on, you can pick a winner.
It's usually who has the best fourth quarterback. So, it's tough. Third and fourth. The Bengals have some good backup quarterbacks. Jake Browning's a good backup. Desmond Ritter's their third-string quarterback. Peyton Thorne, who I don't even know who that is their fourth-string quarterback. So if it's a close game, the Eagles will win because Colin McCord will be better than Peyton Thorne. But, Browning and Ritter could extend the lead in the middle of the game.
Ritter was what, John? He was like a 4th-round pick not that long ago, right? He was an older player when he came into the draft, I believe.
Yeah, he got a couple starts in the league, but Jake Browning's a guy nobody knows about, but he's really good backup. Had to play when Joe got hurt and played really well.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, good stuff, Johnny Mac. We'll catch you after the game, brother. Get your little post reaction. I was looking, John, back at real quick. I was looking at our segments last year from the preseason game. That thing's got 20,000 views, John. People can't wait to hear what you got to say about this preseason game.
Well, yeah, postseason. It's funny. They try to get us out of here as quick as possible. So, post game will be tough. We'll see how it shakes.
Yeah, I don't want to get locked in. Let me know what you want to do. Yep.
But all right, sounds good. Thanks, everybody.
All right, thanks, J Mac. There's Johnny Mac joining us right here. John McMullen. Follow him on X at JF McMullen. The best in the business is Johnny Mac. Great stuff there. All right, great stuff there. Great interview, great pregame. I'm fired up. I'm ready to go. I'm sitting here in my studio. Got the TV on over there. Whoa, whoa. Don't tell me Xfinity's crapping out on me as the game is ready to kick off. You got to be kidding. Leave it to Xfinity. I mean, is there any other? I mean, it's like the only thing you can guarantee with Xfinity is that they're going to give you an issue. I got an HDMI logo on my screen right now. You got to be kidding, man. You got to be kidding me right now, man. Good to see everybody in here, by the way. Preseason kicking off tonight. I started up the show talking about some of the injuries, across the league, and obviously that's the first thing tonight. You don't want to see anybody get injured, but I love the nature of preseason from a sense of this, okay? There's a little bit of a survival element for these young guys. Like, these guys in the back of the roster, nobody talks about, nobody cares, nobody thinks about A.J. Brown or Jalen Hurts or Saquon Barkley. Those guys are entrenched players. They're well on their way to, contracts and fame and stardom and potentially the Hall of Fame. It's the dude at the back that's trying to fight for his life on an NFL roster. Like Johnny Mack said, nobody gets to see the tape of them at practice. They get to see this tape. So you're looking and fighting and battling to try and show something, if not for the team you're on, then for another team. And that's kind of my favorite part of this, because I think everybody can resonate with your back's against the wall. Will you put up or will you shut up? Right. And I think everybody can resonate with that. I think that applies to basically everybody, no matter what it is you do in life. At some point, in some regard, in some instance, your back will be against the wall and you will either sink or you will swim. And there's a lot of that on the field tonight. And again, we always talk about, these guys aren't as fun to cover and everything, but, I kind of like it. I'm a people person. I've told you guys that many times before, and I like the people element of that. Who's going to rise up? Who is going to make Howie tonight say, I don't think I can cut that guy. Man, I have no room on my roster for that player, but I don't want to cut him. I can't cut him. That's what I'm looking for. Those are the types of players I'm looking for, and I think that's the mindset, the intangibles, the mentality that you want players to have, not just at the top. We all know Jalen's got it. We all know Saquon's got it. We all know that the MO, the culture, the mentality of the team at large is a good one, an impressive one. But you're only as strong as your weakest link. And you want these guys at the bottom. You want them hungry. You want them fighting. You want them understanding of the opportunity in front of them. You want them knowing what their role are and how to play it. And I think you will get a little bit of a look at that tonight. I do. There's the TV. Just kicks back off. There it goes. Xfinity. So you will get a little bit of a look at that tonight. But I am looking forward to that element of it. I'll go to the chat a little bit, get some chats from the great people of JAKIB Nation. Always good to see all you guys. For those who missed the open of the show tonight, I felt pretty good. I ad-libbed it, as I always do. I'm an ad-libber at heart, all right? I am not a script guy. But for those just checking back in, the last time we were here on a game day show on JAKIB Sports is when we were deemed Super Bowl champions of the world, the best football team on planet Earth, and the city erupted for a week straight in celebration, in drunken fun, in happiness, in joy. There was proposals breaking out across the city. You name it, it happened in this city. And that's the kind of impact this team has. I know we're just talking about a game, and it's largely inconsequential to the real world and to the things that happen. And the athletes are important. The games are not. We understand that. But this team means a lot to this city. And I know this is a pregame show, but I'm just setting the stage for what's going to be an amazing year. I'm super excited about what's upcoming. I'm super excited about where we are as a football team, as a city. I'm super excited about who we have as a quarterback. I think he's completely changed the narrative, not only nationally about the way people look at the team, but I think he's changed the way the fans view the game. I think he's changed the way we have expectations coming into a season, right? I don't think we've ever had success like this. And I think Jalen's a big part of that. So very happy with where we are with him. I think Nick Sirianni, is probably a guy that gets a little bit too much hate at this point. I understand he's different. I understand he's unique. I understand sometimes he acts a little bit silly. I understand sometimes you might say, how is this guy a football coach? But you might not like it. You might not understand it. You might judge it. But results are results. And this team plays for him. This team plays for him. This city rides for him now. And I think the team is in a very good spot. Obviously, you can continue to go up the totem pole, too. You start with Jalen, you go to Nick, you can keep going. Howie Roseman probably operating better now than he ever has in his career. And let me tell you, he's had a good career. So he is better now than where he's ever been in his life. And that's been illustrated by the last couple of drafts again, right? I mean, last year we drafted 2 defensive backs out of Toledo and Iowa, and we might have gotten 2 of the best players in the damn draft, for crying out loud. 2 guys that we legitimately think, and not just Philly legitimately thinks this, but the NFL world as a whole sees all-pro potential in both Quinyon Mitchell and Cooper DeJean. And you follow that up with the draft this year where you land JAKIB Campbell, who already has shown good signs. Obviously hasn't hit the field yet, so you can't make any grandiose proclamations about that player. But everything about this team right now truly is in an era where I don't think we've seen before. And we got a lot of older fans in here, and I'm obviously pretty young. I'm 27. I was born in 1998, so I haven't had the benefit of being able to enjoy as much Eagles football as some others have. But I've talked to some of them who say, it's never been like this. I promise you that. We never won like this. And we're winning at a high level right now, and that season kicks off tonight. And I'm ready to go for it. Now let's get into some of the on-field stuff for tonight's game. All right, Keely Ringo, I told you guys, number 1 tonight. All right, I want to see Jihad, yes. Probably number 1 by default because he's the first rounder. But I'm talking about which one of those players does our season rely more on? It's not, obviously, it doesn't rely entirely on them. It's a team game. But Keely Ringo as the starting cornerback or JAKIB Campbell as right now a depth linebacker who could be used in different sub-packages on defense. The guy at starting cornerback is more important right now, right? We need him for 2025. We need him right now. You go to the safety position, same thing, same thought process. I'm not worried about Andrew Makuba in the year 2026 or 2027. I got high hopes he's going to be a great player. I'm talking about right now. I'm looking at right now. The 2025 campaign that kicks off right now. What will they look like at the safety position? How does Sidney Brown fare? Does he look like he's improved? I thought the context that Vic Fangio added at the press conference this year was important because many wondered, me included, hey, why does Tristan McCollum play and not Sidney Brown last year? And now I'm supposed to trust that Sidney Brown should be a starting safety. Well, Vic said he was struggling with an injury last year. He wasn't really an option for us at safety. So now you have him. The first time fully healthy since his rookie campaign where he did some decent things. You got the rookie, Drew Makuba, drafted at the back of the second round. What are you able to do, Andrew? I'm not worried about 2 years down the line or 3 years down the line. I'm sure he's going to pan out and be a great player, presumably, optimistically. But 2025 is a different beast, and that's what I'm looking for tonight when it comes to these players. Those are very important guys in my estimation. The other guy I think is a good person to watch in this game is actually Jeremiah Trotter Jr. I think he's way ahead of where people expected him to be. I think he's been a pleasant surprise for the team on the practice field through training camp so far this summer. Very instinctive. Really looks the part. And, there's an old adage, play so good they can't take you off the field. And that's a little bit of a catch-22 because you want the depth and you want Jeremiah to play well, and you got the sentimentality of obviously Axeman, his father, who's nothing short of a Philadelphia legend. But it does create a little bit of a good problem, but it's still a problem. Where's Nakobe fit? Where's Munden fit? Where's Campbell fit? Where's Bond? Obviously, Bond is your main guy. So, all sorts of good questions here. Now, Texas T checks in. Let's go to some comments in the chat. Texas T, you sure the starter's not playing? Saquon is now dressed. Holy moly, Texas T. Are they throwing a wild card out here? Are they throwing a little curveball? A little knuckle curve? I will be so excited if the starters play tonight. Let me load up my iPad. Give me a second. Let me load up the iPad, folks, and get this thing on because I don't want to have to turn around to see what's going on the TV set. Damn TV in the back. I need to mount a fat TV right in front of me. Andre says, Zander, is Bennett playing? He's dressed. Andre, your guess is as good as mine, but if he's dressed, that's a good sign. I didn't really expect him to play. I mean, think about it. He got here 2 days ago. You know, you just heard John say you don't game plan, you just run your defense. Does he even know what that is? You know, does he even know what that is? That is my one question with Bennett. That would be my one question with Bennett. All right, so we'll see, but I'd love to see him out there. I think he's a player with potential. And a little bit of a safety net. I mean, I just talked about Keely Ringo and what he needs to be for this team this year. You know, you give me Ja'Cory Bennett, a guy who has more experience than Ringo, a guy who last year really was graded out pretty well last year. So maybe this is it. Maybe this is a guy you obviously trade Thomas Booker, you know, early this week, and you bring in Ja'Cory Bennett. I think that was a Monday night trade, if I'm not mistaken. So let's see what he can do. I'd love to see him out there. It's going to be great to see if he is out there and what he can do. You know, the other thing, again, I mentioned with Johnny Mack, and John didn't take the bait too much, or at least he didn't see it the same way I did, which is okay. We'll never see things exactly the same. But, you know, is Kevin Petula. You know, I get John's point. They're not game planning for anything, so you're not going to see anything. But you got to think about, again, I like comparing it to like our own lives because I think that's the way to make it the most relatable. But think about things you do in your own life. Think about you take on something that's new. Think about you get a promotion at work and you have a new desk or you're situated on a different side of the company floor or something even personal. Maybe you bring a kid into the world. Maybe your kid moves out of the house. Wherever you are in life, whatever it is, Kevin Petula has a new role. He has a new way to approach and handle things. Now, I'm not saying he's going to get all the practice he needs right now in play calling, but there's little things I think that you want to iron out. At least that's how I am. I'm detailed. You know, I'm not the most type A person in the world. In fact, I'm the opposite. But what I am is you want to know the details. Again, how do I organize my play call sheet? What's the right way to do it? Now, I know Kellen Moore did it this way, but I'm a little different. I might like it. I might like this color. I might like this thing lined up over here. I might like my third and short plays at the bottom. Those are the things I think are important for Kevin Petula. Now, we won't be able to see any of those things, but I do think there's a little bit more than meets the surface here, more than meets the eye for the importance of these types of games. And, you know, when you have any newness at all, I think those are the guys who will benefit the most. So I am looking forward to that. That should be great to see what they're able to do out there. Any other names? Who are you guys looking to see? I know Ja'Cory Bennett was a guy that came up. Leave it to Xfinity, man. I can't get anything rolling right now. I just got a notification from my own Xfinity account. Your parental controls are turned on. I'm like, I'm the parent. They're my controls. What are you talking about? Xfinity, man, drives me crazy. But anyway, I digress. So we'll see. If Saquon's dressed, that's interesting. That is interesting. I got the thing on now, so I will turn around periodically from time to time just to see. Philly Don says he probably get in the fourth quarters in. I'm not sure who you're talking about. McWilliams is a good one, Lamar. I think that's a good name. Obviously, a guy who was drafted this year in the 5th round, and you know, he's been somewhat impressive. He's been somewhat impressive early in camp. Now he had the injury, so he missed the last couple practices. But before his injury, you know, he was a guy that was making some moves and doing some things on the practice field. So, you know, I think I think it's a positive sign. You know, to Lamar, to be real, and I'm excited to see the player, but we're ahead of schedule on that player, right? I mean, we don't expect to see that many positive signs from 5th round players. I mean, we didn't hear anything about Jeremiah Trotter Jr. really last year early. We didn't hear much about Trevor Keegan. Still haven't heard much about Trevor Keegan. I forget who the other 5th round pick was last year, but I think he's ahead of schedule, and I think he actually gives the team a unique advantage where if he can play well or if he can be a player that Vic trusts enough to insert into a game, what does that change in your secondary? What does that allow you to do? What pieces does that allow you to move? And that's the way I would look at that. So that's an interesting interesting name there. I think that's a good one right there. Balenci brings up Jalix Hunt. Love that name. Balenci, Jalix is a guy that we're all pretty optimistic on. We all feel pretty good about. And there is an element of, are we jumping too early? Right? Again, I'll go back to the same thing I keep saying. And when you're in a Super Bowl window, I think you've got to think about things like this. I'm not worried about Jalix Hunt in 2026 or 2027 or 2028. I want to know what Jalix Hunt's going to be right now. We got a Super Bowl to win right now. We have a window that's open right now. I have no doubt he's going to be a good player in the league. No doubt. What's he going to be this year? Very limited playing time last year. Very limited playing time last year for him. So, what does that mean for him? What does that look like for him? I'm curious to see how many reps he gets tonight. I think that will show a little bit. So, I'm looking forward to seeing what that. Billy Bob, I guess, is talking about Johnny Mac there. Yeah, I'm working on a new mic setup for John, so I know people hate that, but there is a little bit. Joe Whipp says, I want to see Sidney Brown play under control. Joe Whipp, me too, man. I talked about that, the discipline nature. John kind of made some comments, Joe, that were interesting about him at camp, where no splash plays anymore, but also no big negative plays. And maybe that's a little bit of that Fangio effect, Joe, where he wants him to play inside a confined environment. I don't need you to freelance. I don't want you to freelance. I know you feel like you should freelance because you can make a play, but it benefits our defense more in the long run for you to lock in, stay in your zone, stay where I want you to stay, and be disciplined. And like you say, under control. I think that's a good name. He's somebody I'm definitely watching. He's someone I'm definitely watching. Duntavia says, Stream East for the game. There you go. For those not in Philly, use Stream East. I'm in Philly. I'm right outside of Philly, so I got NBC 10 on there, and I got NBC 10 on my iPad. Finally worked. Thank you, Xfinity. God bless Tanner. That's a classic comment. Josh B says, I could hear John fine. Me too, Josh, but, people love to complain about shit. I'll get it figured out, Josh. The alternative is not the easiest. We're live from the link. That's just kind of, you're going to have some hiccups there. Oh, gotcha, Philly Don. Gotcha, brother. Jacorian Bennett. We'll see. We will see what Jacorian Bennett will do. I'm excited to see him play. I'm going to stay live here through the start of the game because I do want to see who's out there. You guys are telling me these guys are dressed, and I'm like, whoa. Saquon Barkley, Jalen Hurts got some gear on. Saquon Barkley's dressed up in that midnight green beauty. Is A.J. Brown out there? Can anybody confirm whether or not A.J. Brown is on the football field? Is Nick Sirianni coming in with the biggest knuckle curveball you've ever seen and saying, fuck what we did in the past. I'm putting the starters on the field. No, I don't think he's doing that. I don't really want him to do that, to be honest with you guys. I don't really want him to do that, to be honest with you guys. Texas boy. What's up, Texas boy? Our resident Cowboy fan checks in. He says, Ringo is going to get cut tonight. Texas boy, I got some problems, man. Rumor is, Texas boy, the rumors coming out of Dallas, Texas right now are this. You guys couldn't hold a candle to the LA Rams in joint practice this week. You couldn't hold a candle to the LA Rams in practice. That's the rumor. Now, you can confirm or deny, Texas boy. Thanks for being here, brother. Okay, good stuff. Brandon Howard says, broadcast confirmed. McKee is starting. Thank you, Brandon. Obviously, I do not have the broadcast in my ears, so thank you for giving that update, brother. I appreciate that very much. We'll see. A lot of guys dressed. I did see Quinyon Mitchell is dressed. I got the thing pulled up right here, so you can see I got some clips on Twitter. There's Andrew Makuba. Quinyon's out there. So, a lot of good stuff. A lot of good stuff. There's the Georgia Bulldogs, all four of them right there, plus Moro Ojomo. That's pretty good. Pretty good right there. So, I'm looking forward to seeing it. I'm looking forward to seeing who they tried out on the field tonight. All right, and then how those guys play. We talked about it a little bit earlier for those who were not here. I do think it's an exciting time for guys who aren't entrenched, guys who their future is not certain. They don't know what's to come. Even not only, I'm not talking about next year. I'm talking about in 22 days when the roster cuts come in, you know. So I'm excited to see how those guys fare. It's a sink or swim environment. It's a put up or shut up environment. It's not particularly an environment built to around their success. So you have to kind of deal with the different variables and the different hurdles that come with playing in a preseason game. But nobody cares. Your excuses don't matter, and they don't mean shit. It's an unforgiving league. It's an unforgiving world. It's an unforgiving business. So go out there, earn your spot, make Howie. This is what I want, Howie. I want Howie to be in his office saying, how do I cut that guy? I can't cut him. I gotta cut him. I don't have any room on my roster for him. But how do I cut him? How do I cut him after he showed me so much? After he worked so hard, after his effort was so high, after he showed such improvement? That would be my goal if I were a back roster guy. How do I make the GM of the football team say that? No guarantee you can do it, but control what you can control, put your best foot forward, and try and handle business best you can. So that's, I think, the approach coming into the game tonight. We're about 9 minutes away from kickoff here, so we will see what's going on. I do see a little clip right now. Kevin Petula. There you go, Kev. I'm optimistic on Kevin Petula. What do you guys think of Kevin Petula coming into the year? What is your guys' assumption or your expectation or your thought process / feeling on Kevin Petula coming into a new football season? You know, I will admit that it's lessened dramatically for me because of Jalen Hurts. You change so many coordinators, things still work. Like Kellen Moore, obviously, the offensive coordinator of a Super Bowl winning football team last year. You guys think that was Kellen? I'm not trying to take away credit from him. I'm just trying to pinpoint where the credit lies. I don't know if it was Kellen. I don't know if I can give Kellen Moore that much credit for that. It was great. He managed it well. You know, he managed it well. But I ain't that worried about the offensive coordinator because I feel like Jalen is the steadying force. Jalen is the common denominator. Steichen, Sirianni, Brian Johnson, Kellen Moore, Kevin Petula. Things keep evolving, changing, and fitting what the team is called, fitting what the team needs. You know, it's a different team each year. It's a different version of the team each year. But the one thing that's constant is Jalen Hurts. So, and in terms of having a say on the offense, right? Like A.J. Brown's a constant, but A.J. Brown doesn't dictate how the offense is run. Jalen does, the offensive coordinator does, and in theory, the head coach does. You know, that's who dictates the offense. So if you take one of those prongs, the coordinator, change it out every year, things stay the same. And you have Nick and Jalen in place, and Nick kind of admittedly walked a little bit further away from the offense a couple years ago. You know, it's Jalen. So Jalen gives me a sense of confidence that I'm not worried about Petullo, but I am excited to see what he's able to do and what he maybe brings to the offense. I did get also a sense of confidence and a sense of comfortability from Jalen Hurts on Kevin Petullo, a lot more so than I ever got with Kellen Moore. You know, a lot more so than I ever got with Kellen Moore. So it's exciting times, everybody. For those just checking in, all right, it's a new year. It's a new team. It's a new goal. It's a new vision. It's a new journey. We start that journey right here, right now on JAKIB Sports. For those who were with me all last year, you know how fun it is. The ups and downs of the year, the ins and outs, the changes, the bye week, the wins, the losses, everything that comes with a season. We cover it right here on JAKIB, and it's a lot of fun. But as fans of the team, as consumers of the product that they put out, man, I'm excited to get back into another year. I'm excited to get back into a new year. I'm excited to see what this team, this special group of players that's been assembled can do. And I think there's a lot of exciting things going in front of us. I really do. I really do. Preston's here. What's up, Maxton? What's up, Dirty Air? Good to see you, brother. Going to be a great season with you guys. No doubt, Dirty Air. A lot of good things in the docket. Keith's checking in. What's up, Keith? Our offense is so good, only injuries could F it up. I agree with you, man. I agree with you, Keith. Prophet says all that worry about him never playing calls or calling plays is overrated. I agree, Prophet. No doubt, brother. Mad Bird says, however you slice it, Jalen is what makes the offense run. I love it, man. I love it, Mad Bird. Good to see you in here, brother. Mad Bird, do you remember this, Mad Bird? Not 1 year ago to the date, but 1 year ago to the event, something tangible happened. Do you happen to remember what it was? Do you happen to remember what it was, Mad Bird? 1 year ago, again, not to the date, but 1 year ago from the event, from the circumstance, from what we're about to experience tonight. 1 year ago, last time we experienced this. And you remember, Mad Bird? I'm curious to say. Ethan says, what channel is the game on? In Texas? I have no clue. I'm not in Texas. Ethan, do I look like a Texas guy to you? Ethan, do I look like I'm the kind of guy that lives in Texas? I'll save that for the Ethans and the Texas boys of the world. I don't know what channel it's on. All right. I don't know. Lamar says, Zander, are you going live post-game show September 4th with Sills? Absolutely, Lamar. It's going to be a banger. It's going to be a banger. It will be a banger. All right. It will no doubt be a banger. I want rinse and repeat, Zander. Lamar, it's a big ask, brother. It's a big ask. But we will see. I do think they have Lamar, I think in theory they've done the things necessary to put themselves in a good position. Yes, sir. Mad Bird got it. Coming on, JAKIB. Mad Bird, you and I both kicked it around preseason game number 1 last year. You came in from your Eagle Man Cave, which is a pretty dope man cave, and we chatted right here on JAKIB Sports. Love it, brother. I love it, man. Appreciate you being here and appreciate you remembering that. Those are always things I remember about the channel. And obviously, I always say my people, the people are the most important part of anything I think in life. And I love having a great community here. Ethan, I lived in Ethan, I just ripped into you, didn't I? But you know something about me, Ethan. You want a little tidbit, Ethan, about me. Okay. I lived in Houston for 2 years. Now, that's not the city I would prefer to live in Texas, but I did live in Texas for 2 years. 2 full years I spent in Texas. Ethan, I think I would have loved it, but everybody it's got that Southern mentality. Everybody's got a big old gun on the outside of their belt. The gun ranges are everywhere. The lifted trucks are all over the place. In theory, I love it, Ethan. I didn't quite experience it because I was stone broke at the time. I've told that story many times. I think I made like $1,400, $1,500 a month at the time, and my rent was like $1,000. My rent was like $1,000. I had like $500 left. So you got to feed yourself. You got a car. You got all these different expenses. Yeah, I didn't have $1. So I couldn't go to rodeos. I didn't do anything, dude. So I probably would have experienced it or enjoyed it more. Prince says, what was going on with Angelo? I don't know what was going on. Bad lighting, a deep tan, fresh off the beach. And he looked like, I don't know, Prince. You had me cracking up, though, in the chat. I'll say that. All right. I'll say that. Who do we got, man? I see the whole team right now on the screen. I can't wait to see who plays. I kind of hope the Bengals get the ball first. I'd like to see that defense. Let me flip over to the mainstream because it says the coverage has ended here. So I'm flipping over to the main screen now. Bear with me. There you go. Preseason kickoff coming up next. Preseason kickoff coming up next. What's up, Jack? Good to see you in here. Brandon, what's it going on, brother? Appreciate it. Rich, he might be cooked. Who's cooked? I don't know what you guys are talking about. Maxon says, I hope we will see good communication with the young guys. That's a good thing to say. I can't promise you they will. We will see that, but it's something I'm watching as well. Devin Parker checking in. What's going on, man? Here's my boy, Devin. I didn't give a damn about this game until I saw the pregame show the pre-show was on. LFG Birds. Devin, thanks for being here, brother. Thanks for being a member for 10 months. I appreciate you, brother. Good to see you back in the chat, my man. Z, play the Raven game. Oh, the Ravens game is on? Is that already on? Who is it? Oh, no. Anthony Richardson already got injured? Oh, jeez. Oh, a nasty sack. Dude, that guy went unblocked, untouched. Who was that? David Ajabo, I think. Yeah, David Ajabo. Oh, man. Richardson got cracked is right, Rich. Richardson got his clock cleaned. He got the clock cleaned. Got to keep that head up. DS says, good luck, Zander. Another great year for you and the Birds. Thank you, DS. I appreciate that. Another huge year coming. Every year is a big year, and I'm excited to be behind the camera again. I'm excited to be, manning the channel here and connecting with all the great people that we have on JAKIB Sports, and obviously enjoying another great season of football. Another great season of football. Looking forward to it very much. I'm in Southern Illinois, Indy versus Baltimore tonight. Love it, John Wags. That's not John Wags, my best friend. My best friend growing up, my boy Chuck, the greatest dude ever. I'm not the type of dude that has many friends in life. I got a brother, I got a family. I keep the circle small, a lot of acquaintances. But my boy Chuck, his dad's name was Johnny Wags. So John Wagner. Is that you? That's not you, is it? I would love it if it was you, Johnny Wags. You know I love you, brother. You know I love you, Johnny Wags and Chucky Wags. Bring your boy Chuck on one day. You want me to text Chuck and see if he'll come on? I don't know if he would love that, but he's a funny dude. I'll tell you that much. All right. Yo, PI. You're a couple minutes away from getting botched. I will end your YouTube career, my friend. Be careful what you say, PI. I'll end that YouTube career so fast you won't even be able to blink. I will C24 you. Gabe says, love your coverage. Thank you, Gabe. Appreciate it, man. He had Cody K. He did. Zander Richardson got his uniform folded while he was in it. No doubt. No doubt. Good to see Scott Graham and Ross Tucker on the field. Good to see the Birds trotting out in white. They're in white tonight. I thought they'd be wearing midnight, but they are wearing white tonight. Always good to see Ross Tucker back on the screen. He does a great job in the preseason games. Love listening to Ross. P.I., yeah, you're laughing now. You won't be laughing long, kid. You won't be laughing long. Mad Bird says, Z, JAKIB and the Birds, his family will never forget last season running it back. LFG. Let's go, man. Let's go. I think we got a good chance. I see Jahad Campbell on the screen. I see Jeremiah Trotter Jr. on the screen. I love number. See, now this might be my bias because I played hockey and was a goaltender. You guys see my goalie mask? I show you that all the time. Look at that mask. But I was number 30, SJP. Got the stop sign on the back. Got the Philly skyline on there. Philly skyline. Prep Hawks with the cross on top. You kidding me? This going Zan on the bottom. So I was a goaltender for hockey, and I was number 30. So I love number 30. I was a Marty Brador guy. So I love Jahad Campbell wearing number 30. But a lot of you nerds are always like, number 30 stinks. I'm like, number 30 is banging. Shut up. Shut up. Number 30 is a banging number. Like my email when I was a kid was like, Krause 30 or something like that. It's not a goalkeeper, Lamar. Come on, man. Yo, Lamar, stick the football. Yo, Lamar, stick the football. My water's empty. All right, I'm ready for this game to start. I did see Jahad warming up. I saw a couple of other players. I'm looking forward to it. Campbell does look ready to go. He does look ready to go. Devin says, I can't even watch the game and I'm hyped. Devin, apparently you can load up Stream East and watch it. Now, I don't know if it's because you're not in the city or it's because you're at work or something. Nico says, first time coming here. This guy's funny. Nico, you better buckle in, Nico. You hear me? You better lock in because This is going to be an iconic season of Eagles coverage right here on JAKIB Sports. And if you're not locked in, I don't really know what you're doing. I don't know what you're doing. I never viewed myself as a funny guy. I was never the class clown, but you guys always tell me I'm funny. I think I just get on the camera sometimes and I go into entertainer mode, and you guys love it. Great stuff. Nico, thanks for being here, brother. Always good to see some new people coming into the channel. Obviously, that's what helps us grow. So I love our new viewers, and we appreciate our new viewers. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you enjoy it. If not, all good, brother. It's all good if you stop and go. Matthew says, I have binge TV through Fire Stick. I get every NFL game week for the entire season. Love it. All right? Love it. Buckle in. We in that Birds Corvette. Yo, if they win the Super Bowl, I'm wrapping that Corvette in Kelly green with a fat eagle logo on the hood. All right? All right? If they win another bowl, that vet is being wrapped in green, man. In green. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm ready to get these dudes out here. Tyler Steen, Jeremiah Trotter Jr., and Braden Mann are the captains for the game. So, obviously, I don't think you're going to see your starters, which is what we expected, which is probably a good thing in my estimation. All right. I don't really think we really want to see the starters. I mean, look at Anthony Richardson. Guy just got absolutely blew up, in the first quarter of the game. Yeah, this is so great. Jalen looking at Tanner McKee in the huddle is it's like looking at your little brother. I love it. I love it, man. I don't know where Flex is at. He's been MIA a little bit. He's been a little MIA. I love this footage, though. I love this footage of the team. A.J. Brown, Quinyon Mitchell. There's Coop. There's Devontae. There's Saquon. Jalen Hurts. I love the Oakley. Is it just me? Or are the Oakley sunglasses that Hurts rocks fire? Love those Oakley shots. I want to get myself a pair of them. I'm not a big sunglass guy. I don't wear them much, even when I'm out in the sun. But I would like a pair of those Oakleys. I won't lie. I might grab a pair of those Oakleys. All right. Ex-Eagle Oren Burks was a captain for the Bengals. How about that? All right. There you go, Nico. Good stuff, brother. I'm here with y'all. Go Birds. Go Birds, brother. Good to have you in here. Great to be covering another year. Look, I know it's preseason. I know we're not all jacked up yet, but it is fun. It is exciting to think about what the next 24, 25 weeks will look like and how they'll unfold and all the things right now that are unknown and the things that we'll learn and discover and come up with in the future. I'm looking for it. Bob Brown's asking the same question I've been asking all week long. Will this be Ringo's? I don't know if I called it a coming out party, but Bob, we need that youngster because I don't like what we got at cornerback. Here we go. Kicking off, everybody. Kicking off. You guys might be a little bit ahead of me. It looks like the Bengals will get the ball first. Jake Elliott is in there to do the kickoff. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. The Birds are back. Oh, my goodness. That preseason excitement is hitting like crack. The Birds are back. Nothing in the end zone. I guess they didn't want to put anything in the end zone. So they return the kickoff. There you go. Good special teams tackle. Who is that, number 49? Used to be Lovato, I think, right? No, 43 it is. I didn't see the name on the back. Going to be tough, guys, to know all the names tonight. Going to be tough to know all the names tonight. You got Ojulari, Gabe Hall, Ty Robinson, and Josh Uche are your starting defensive line. Trotter and Campbell at the linebacker spot. Jahad Campbell is out there. Trotter and Campbell at the linebacker. Who is in the secondary? Looks like I see Adoree Jackson, Sidney Brown, Tristan McCullum, Mac McWilliams, and Keely Ringo. That's everybody we want to see, baby. Joe Burrow is out there for the Cincinnati Bengals. Looks like their full first offensive line is out there. Obviously, if you're putting Burrow out there, you got to put the first offensive line unit out there. 14:40 to go. You got a 2nd and 5 here. First and 10 was a 5-yard run for the Cincinnati Bengals. Trotter's on the field. I see Munden Jr.'s on the field. Who's number 0? Josh Uche, right? Josh Uche's on the field. I see Keely Ringo's out there right now. Mac McWilliams is number 22, right? Is that Mac McWilliams traveling right now? Yep, 2nd and 5. Burrow drops back to throw, fires it. Oh, airs it a little high for T. Higgins. Looks like an errant throw by Joe Burrow there, more than good coverage. T did have a window to catch the ball and was not able to do it. Sidney Brown in coverage. Sidney Brown and Ringo, I believe, in coverage. I'll get the replay and confirm that for you guys. Yes, good call, Philly Don. Looks like Jeremiah Trotter Jr. is the green dot right now, calling the defense. So 3rd and 5, Burrow in the shotgun, Uche on the field, defense back in coverage. Burrow drops back to throw, throws it to the outside sideline, and connects with Jamar Chase for about a 10-yard pickup. First down for the Bengals. They are moving. Their first completion of the night, that one comes on, I believe, Adoree Jackson, who's number 8 on that left cornerback spot. That's Adoree Jackson that got beat. Just too soft to coverage. Not going to be able to get away with that, guys, in a Jamar Chase world. All right, you got Joe Burrow to Jamar Chase. You better not be sitting back in coverage. Here we are, under center. Burrow in the shotgun, 1st and 10. Ball is snapped, handed off on an inside read, and about an 8-yard pickup. Looks like Chase Brown, that's Sidney Brown's brother, the running back for the Bengals right now. Good stuff there. Defense a little bit spotty to start, but listen, not many starters out there right now. I'm looking for some interior pressure and just absolutely nothing. Trotter struggled to get off the block, and then he struggled to make the tackle. No pressure from the interior guys right there, and the hole was wide open for Chase Brown. You get a 2nd and 2. Burrow back in the shotgun. Chase Brown to his left. Ball is hiked. Throws a quick out pass to Jamar Chase, who picks up the first down and more. About a 6-yard pickup on a bubble screen to Jamar Chase. And they are moving. Another first down. That's the 2nd first down for the Bengals on this drive. Trotter Jr. looks a little lost to me. I can't tell if that's just me, and I'm not seeing the full game. Remember, I'm doing a lot of things. Sidney Brown was in the backfield and couldn't make the tackle. Ball went to Keely Ringo's side. He was blocked in the bubble screen. Sidney is a missile, Prince. He is a missile. Burrow under center. 1st and 10 from the 40-yard from the Eagles' 40-yard line. Burrow in the play action. He's throwing it up. He's got Jamar on the sideline. Ringo in coverage. Looks like the ball was looks like they were out of bounds. Did Jamar pull that in? It's ruled an incompletion, it's ruled a completion right now. Oh, man, he looks like he got his toes in. Oh, man, that guy is a good football player. That guy, Burrow in the shotgun, they already hiked it so the first down stands. He kicks it out to the flat to Chase Brown, who breaks a tackle and picks up 12 yards, another first down. The Bengals right now are driving right down the field. Right down the field. They're doing a replay right now on that Jamar Chase catch. A good hurry-up offense by the Bengals, and they get the snap off. I'm not sure if he made that catch or not. It was pretty nonetheless, I'll tell you that. They called it a catch. Pumper saying it's not a catch. It maybe wasn't a catch, guys, but the ruling on the field is a catch. So 2nd and 1 from the Eagles' 7-yard line. Burrow in the shotgun. Hikes inside zone, hands the ball off, and a first down. Another first down here. So a 9-yard pickup, on the previous play. He must have been ruled out of bounds. Now you got 1st and goal from the 6. 1st and goal from the 6. Gabe Hall right now is being moved like a traffic cone. Gabe Hall right now is being moved like a traffic cone. Let's see what's happening here. Burrow, 1st and goal from the 6. Prince, I don't know what you're seeing. Hall's not looking good for me. Burrow in the shotgun from the 6-yard line. A 1st and goal situation. Burrow takes a snap, hesitates, pump fakes, rolls out to his right, flag down on the football field. He fires to the back of the end zone and finds Jamar Chase for a touchdown. Let's see what the flag on the field is. Looked like a hold on the offensive line. 15-yard penalty on the offense. That's going to come back, but that was a scramble out to the right and a touchdown dart by Joe Burrow. Prince says, Zander, fix your eyes. Prince, I'm looking at about 42 things at once. This dude's got his feet kicked up with a gin and tonic. We are not the same, princess. First and goal from, what is it, the 21. First and goal from the 21. Burrow in the shotgun. You got Adoree in coverage, Ringo in coverage, Brown at safety. There's Gabe Hall creating again, no pressure. Burrow throws to the inside. Looks like he gets that ball to around the 11 or the 12-yard line. I can't see who that player is. Adoree Jackson was in coverage. Boy, Adoree Jackson doesn't look too hot. All right? I can't really tell. I'm not going to make a grandiose proclamation about him, but looks like he's been a bit out of position early on in this drive here. So the Bengals go to second and goal. Ball at around the 12-yard line. Ball right on the 12-yard line. Burrow in the shotgun. Running back to his right. 10 minutes to go on the game clock in the first quarter. Burrow drops back, throws it immediately, and gets the ball a completion. They're going to call it a touchdown. I don't think that was a touchdown to Hudson, his tight end. Throws it immediately to the left hash. His knee was down, right? Oh, maybe not. Wow. A great effort, but that calf looks like it was down to me. It's ruled a touchdown on the field. That might be coming back, Hudson. Don't celebrate too early, my friend. It'll be third and goal from about the half-yard line if the call is reversed on the field. Leon Banks says, Ringo is cheeks, man. Prince, I'm kind of with you. I don't really feel like Adoree is him either. They're calling it a touchdown, and they ruled it on the field as a touchdown. They're kicking the point after right now. That didn't look like a tutty to me. Point after is good, and the Cincinnati Bengals have a 7-0 lead with 9:56 remaining in the first quarter. They go right down the football field, and the only resistance they were given was a 15-yard flag on the offense. The only bit of resistance they experienced on that drive was a 15-yard flag on their own player. Not a great showing for that second-team defense. I don't know what you guys think, but man, they just marched down. Prince is gassing up Gabe Hall like he did a damn thing. Prince, they just went 70 yards, man. They just went 70 yards. It's like, it reminds me of the scene from the movie Miracle, the only movie you'll ever hear me quote. The goaltender, Jim Craig, in the throwaway game in Rochester before the Olympics, gets shelled for 10 goals. And he's bitching to the coach about pulling him, and he says, Jimmy Craig, you just gave up 10 goals. Right now, that's everybody's net. That's how I feel about Gabe Hall, man. Ooh, he stopped the run. He didn't do shit. Right now, that's the Bengals football field. Come on, man. Listen, it's all in good fun. I don't want to bash on Gabe Hall too much. I'm having some fun here with the preseason game. Bengals up 7-0 right now. I'm curious to see now who comes out for the offensive starters. All right. Sydney ain't it, and Adoree ain't it. It's not looking good, my friends. Case, here we go is right. Buckle in. I'm having a little bit of fun doing the play-by-play. Hopefully it sounds all right for you guys. I appreciate everybody watching, by the way, right now. Always good to have a nice crowd in here. Not too many, but I love catching up with you guys. All right. The smallest of sample sizes, Easy06 says. Easy, it's all we got right now. You know, Easy, right now the 2025 season consists of one singular drive, and I can only assess what's happened, my friend. Yeah, Keith, that's a pause. I ain't going to read that one, my friend. I will not be reading that one. We gave up CJ for this dude, Devin. I'm not sure why we gave up CJ. Eagles kick returners right now are Avery Williams and Anais Smith. Brian thinks Keely's looking good. Brian says that was good coverage by Keely. Too many casuals. I wouldn't call that good coverage. All right. Doing fine, Big Z. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. Philadelphia comes in with the truth serum. I mean, they're playing their starters. I'm not going to think much of Burrow throwing on my backups. Yo, Philadelphia, can I say something to you for a second? Keely Ringo ain't a backup, my friend. Sidney Brown ain't a backup, my friend. Adoree Jackson might not be a backup, my friend. Eagles return the kick right now. Looks like it's Avery Williams who got it. Gets the ball up to about the 25-yard line and gets tackled. Out comes the Eagles offense, and out comes Tanner McKee. 6'6", 230 pounds out of Stanford. He's 25 years old. It's season number 3 for Tanner McKee. Season number 3. I see Kendall Lamb on the field. I see Will Shipley on the field. I see Anais Smith on the field. I see Brett Toth on the field. I do see Tyler Steen. Tyler Steen is on the field right now. So Tyler Steen will be playing. Tanner McKee in the shotgun, hands it off to Will Shipley, who picks up about 4 yards falling forward. A nice little run by Shipley and a nice job by the offensive line there to create a gap. Your offensive starters, Drew Kendall at center, Tyler Steen right guard, Matt Pryor right tackle, Brett Toth at the left guard, and Kendall Lamb at left tackle. Will Shipley's your running back. Johnny Wilson, Jahan Dotson, and Anais Smith are your wide receivers. And Grant Calcaterra is your starting tight end. Tanner McKee lines up 2nd and 6 in the shotgun. Hike the ball. Tanner drops back looking to throw. Throws it to the out. And he's got, who is that, Anais Smith? No, it's Jahan Dotson on the catch. And a first down for the Philadelphia Eagles. A nice drop back, a good throw by Tanner McKee. He finds Jahan Dotson in open space for about 8-yard gain. Up to the 40-yard line or so. Up to the 40 to 41-yard line. A good ball and a nice play by Jahan Dotson to come back and kind of get it. Eagles are running 11 personnel right here. They got Will Shipley in the backfield, Tanner McKee under center. It's 1st and 10 from the 41-yard line. Tanner hands it off to Will Shipley and a gaping hole. And there goes Will Shipley. He could go. He gets chased down. A great run, an explosive run by Will Shipley. Let me tell you, everybody, he looked pretty quick right there. That was not the type of chase down we saw last year in the playoffs. A wide open hole. What a block. Tyler Steen perfectly seals off the hole. Matt Pryor, right tackle, keeps him to the outside, and the hole was wide open for Will Shipley. Pause. Will Shipley on a big pickup. It's now 1st and 10 from the Bengals 21. McKee in the shotgun. Hikes and hands it off to Shipley again. An inside zone goes nowhere. They get 0 yards. It'll be 2nd and 10. Oh, my. Oh, baby. A 38-yard pickup for the great Will Shipley. We are moving. And this is on the Bengals starters. Here we go. A 2nd and 9. McKee in the shotgun from the Bengals 20-yard line. Eagles almost in the red zone here. McKee hikes, fires. He's got Jahan Dotson again, who takes the ball down to the 4-yard line. About a 15-yard pickup. Oh, baby, that ball comes out quick. Looking good here on the offense. Dotson had press cover, a corner right in his face here in press coverage, and he just burned him on a slant route to the inside. Wide open, a good catch and run, and he gets down right to the 5-yard line. Man, this offense is moving. 1st and goal from the 5, everybody. McKee in the shotgun. He hikes, hands it off to Will Shipley, who looks for a hole, gets about 3 yards up to the 2 or 3-yard line there, between a 2 and 3-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and goal to go here. 2nd and goal to go. There's Patullo with the play call sheet. Offensive coordinator. A nice opening drive for Kevin Patullo so far. And again, I do think the most notable thing I've seen so far in this drive has been that Steen block. He's a projected starter. McKee in the shotgun. Ball at the 2.5-yard line. Hands it off to Will Shipley, who fights his way for another yard forward. It'll be 3rd and goal from around the 2-yard line. It'll be 3rd and goal from around the 2. 6 minutes to go on that first quarter play clock. And Tanner McKee has led this offense right down the field on the back of Will Shipley. And Jahan Dotson. All right. 3rd and goal. I think these are the Bengals starting defenders, which is trouble for Bengals. Tanner hikes, hands it off to Shipley, who's just short. It'll be at about the half-yard line. Will we see a tush push? It's 4th and goal, 5:20 on the play clock and counting. Will battled hard there, but couldn't get in. What will the Eagles do here? McKee's going to line up. They're going to go for it. Is it a tush push? It looks like it's going to be. It is. And McKee looks like he will get in. Looks like McKee will get in. A touchdown, Philadelphia Eagles. We got a ball game with 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Are you kidding me? Wow. A little tush push action from Tanner McKee. You gotta love it. Who's that giving him a push from the back? Is that Harrison Bryant? It is Harrison Bryant. So Tanner McKee and the Philadelphia Eagles offense march their way right back and respond to open up the 2025 campaign for preseason game number 1. We got a football game, folks. We got a football game. As McKee takes a sip of water on the sideline. Well done, young man. Well done. How about that Will Shipley run? And how about that Tyler Steen block on that drive? You gotta love it, folks. Jalen Hurts gives him a smile of approval. QB1 is loving it. Holy moly, and we are at the first commercial break. Man, a 7-7 ball game. I did not quite expect this preseason game to bring as much excitement as it has so far. All right? Thank you all for being here. Look at this. JJ5 checking in. My boy, thank you, dude. $50 banger to kick off the 2025 season. He says, Zander, you are a baby Merrill Reese. I cannot take that compliment. I can absolutely not accept that compliment right here. But thank you, my man. I appreciate, 1, your support of the channel. I appreciate, 2, for being here, for showing love, for commenting, for enjoying this football game with me. And 2, go Birds. 3, go Birds, baby. Thank you so much, dude. $50. Thank you, brother. I know I saw you in the chat recently a couple of days ago. I don't know if you were new to the channel or not, or you've been watching for a while, but I do appreciate it, and I certainly appreciate your super chat and your contribution to the network. Thank you so much, brother. Thank you, my man. I appreciate that. I'm going to leave that one on screen for a little bit. Prince comes in. Bengals defense is ass. LMAO. Prince, it ain't pretty for the Bengals. Can you believe it? Tanner McKee lines up. He finds Dotson. On the left. He's got him on a slant route. Will Shipley takes the ball 38 yards behind his Tyler Steen block. The Eagles are back, everybody. Dude, there's nothing like football. There is nothing like football. Nothing like it. Fly Park says, is this the starting Bengals defense? Fly, I think it is. And they got a lot bigger issues than we do. They got a lot bigger issues than we do. Wait, you know what the greatest thing in the world is, everybody? That the stiffs across the league said, we want to take the tush push from you, Philadelphia. And the very first touchdown we get for the 2025 campaign not only comes from a tush push, but it comes from a Tanner McKee tush push. You got to love it. Rashid checks in. Shout out to number 2, Tanner, Shipley, Steen, and Jahan Shipley. You messed that up. Need to see something from this D this drive. All right, the kickoff is done. Looked like a good return right there. I didn't see it. I was reading the super chat. I want to see some Jahad Campbell on this drive. They're showing him right now. Let's see what he can do. Obviously, such a menacing player, man. They're showing his college tape right now. J5 with a banger super chat. That might be the best super chat of the week here on a preseason game. Here comes Campbell. Here comes Campbell. The game on the TV back there is a little bit ahead of me, so looks like a big drive big run for the Bengals to start. Burrow in the shotgun. It's 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. 4 seconds to go in the play. Cock Burrow hikes it, dumps it down to Brown over the middle, and a first down for the Bengals on a dump off to the running back. Joe Burrow assessed, analyzed, read the field, and dumped it off, and there was all sorts of running room in front of him. An easy first down there. JAKIB Campbell is on the field right now with Jeremiah Trotter Jr. Looks like much of the same defense is out there. I see Adoree Jackson. I see Keely Ringo. I see Sidney Brown. I see McCullum. So the same defense is out there for drive number 2. Burrow under center. Pitches the ball to the outside in a big hole for Brown as he explodes up the gap and picks up around 6 or 7 yards there. It'll be 2nd and short here for the Bengals with 4 minutes to go on the play clock here in the first quarter. Sidney Brown looks like he came down in for that. You can see him here. Yep, he came in down and made the tackle. Pretty good tackle. I'll tell you what, one thing about Sidney Brown is that dude is strong, man. That Sidney Brown is a strong player. Burrow under center. It's 2nd and 4. 3:40 to go. Brown in the backfield. A play action. Dumps it off to Brown in the flat. And a great tackle by Adoree Jackson with help from Trotter to hold him up and keep him short of the first down. It'll be 3rd and short. A nice tackle on the outside by Adoree Jackson. Burrow looked like for a second there he wanted to go long in the play action. You got Chase and Sidney, the 2 twin brothers in this game. Good to see both of them. That was by the way, that tackle that Sidney had was on his brother, Chase Brown. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. 3rd and 1 from the Eagles' 44-yard line, hands it off, and Brown picks up another first down, just barely getting a couple yards. JAKIB Campbell on the tackle. There's a flag on the football field. There's a flag on the football field. I'll update you on that in just a second. 2:53 on the play clock. That should be a first down. That's a holding on the defense, it looks like. I can't hear it. JAKIB Campbell gets called for the hold. So that flag is on JAKIB Campbell for the hold. An automatic first down. They had picked it up anyway. I'm not really sure what I guess he's got his hands high on that offensive lineman. Just probably used to tossing defenders or offensive linemen in that college era that he had where he dominated. And he gets called up for a hold there. It's an instant first down. Ball now at the 36-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Joe Burrow in the shotgun. Looks like a running back number 2 to his right. Burrow drops back, fires it quick to the outside. He's got Jamar Chase, who makes a move on Keely Ringo, leaves him in the dust, and it's a touchdown for the Cincinnati Bengals. Joe Burrow made Keely Ringo look like he was a traffic cone, left him in the dust and said, "Enjoy my taillights, my friend." And Jamar Chase marches the ball in for a touchdown. A quick slant to the outside, a quick out route, about a 7-yard throw, and then Joe Burrow does the rest. Keely Ringo completely undressed by Jamar Chase. Completely just no chance, not even a chance in hell. So 2:28 to go, and the Bengals go right back up on top. It's 13-7 right now. Point after is up, and it is good. It's now 14-7. That's a 36-yard touchdown pass to Jamar Chase from Joe Burrow. Now, I'm not going to make any grandiose proclamations just yet about Keely Ringo, but that, my friends, did not look pretty. And when you want to be a starting cornerback in this league, you're going to play guys like Jamar Chase. Ringo got left in the dust right there. Joe Burrow says, "How's that dirt taste, my friend?" Listen, welcome to the NFL, my friend. You're no longer a special teams player. Keely Ringo burnt in coverage. Burnt right there. Not pretty. I will take a couple of comments. Oh, my gosh. Devin Parker checking in. What's up, Dev? Good to see you, my brother. All right. I was going to listen on Sirius XM, but Zander calling the game like a pro. Appreciate you continuing the show. Devin, that's love, my man. Thank you so much. I appreciate you for being here. Appreciate everybody for being here. Again, I got to thank my guy, J5, for this $50 super chat. That was a banger. All right, what do we think of Ringo, everybody? We got a commercial break. I got a second to catch my breath. What do we think of Ringo? What are we thinking of Ringo? Now, I know it's Jamar Chase, but welcome to the league, my friend. Jamar Chase showing he is still arguably the best receiver in football. Picks up right where he left off. Leon says, Zander, 500 is roasting Ringo right now. I would love to join 500 right now. I would love to call this game with 500 right now. Ringo needs to sit down. He's cooked, as the Hebrew says. What up, Dez? Keely Ringo is a great name with zero game. Francis, you hate to see it. Package Ringo, Nolan, and a first up for Micah. General, then who we playing? Jacorian? Listen, J5, you're right. J5 says Chase is not an easy cover, but listen, you want to be a starter in this league, you better be ready. That doesn't mean that it's an excuse to get burnt toast. I mean, J5, it would have been nice to see him maybe, he hung with them for 2 plays and got beat on the 3rd. I saw none of this. I saw done and dusted, eat my dirt. That's what I saw. Now, again, I'm not going to make the grandiose proclamation. All right, I'm not going to count Ringo out just yet, but the early returns are not good. The Cincinnati Bengals kick off the ball. Who's that to get the kick return? Is that number 82, is that? Anais Smith picks up the kick return, takes the ball 20 yards. Oren Burks makes the tackle on him, and out comes Tanner McKee for another drive. Let's see what this offense can do. Last time they were out on this field, they took the first-string Bengals defense and took them to school. So let's see if McKee and Shipley can do the same thing. Jahan Dotson had a big first drive. The Philadelphia Eagles lining up. McKee in the shotgun. It's 1st and 10. 2:22 on the play clock. From their own 27-yard line, McKee drops back. He fires, and he's got it to Johnny Wilson, who hauls in the catch over a defender with a little bit of Randy Moss to him. He goes over the top and says, I'll take that. Thank you very much. He juggled it and corralled it. A great catch by Johnny Wilson. Tanner McKee maybe could have put that ball a little higher, but not 6'6". Johnny Wilson corrals the ball. Great catch. It's now 1st and 10 on the other side of the field at the 46. McKee under center. He's in play action. Doesn't see anybody. He slings it to the outside and connects with number 41. Who is that? That's a great throw by Tanner McKee. That ball was on a rope. Tanner McKee was looking deep on the play action. It wasn't there. He steps to the right of the pocket, puts the ball on a rope to the outside. Who is number 41? Is that Darius Cooper? Yes, it is. Johnny Mac's been saying he's a good player. Under center, they're going to hand it off to Will Shipley on 1st and 10. He's going to pick up 2 yards and stuffed at the line of scrimmage. You'll have 2nd and 8. We're under a minute to play here in this first quarter. 14-7, the Bengals lead, and Tanner McKee is running a smooth, efficient offense right now for the Philadelphia Eagles. It'll be 2nd and 9, 42 seconds and counting here on the play clock. McKee drops back in the shotgun. 2nd and 9 from the 30-yard line. McKee looking. He fires underneath to Will Shipley, who picks up right around 4 or 5 yards. A tough tackle. That looks like it hurt. And Shipley's minor shaken up on the field. Nothing crazy. He's running off, but that did look, one of those tackles got him in the back of the legs. That thing looked like it hurt. That looked like it hurt. Very impressed with the Tanner McKee run offense right now. Looks in control, in command. The first quarter will be over. They let the clock run out. It'll be 3rd and 5 when we come back for the second quarter. Eagles driving, looking to tie the ball game, and the Bengals take a 14-7 lead to the break. 1 quarter down of 2025 Eagles football, everybody. 1 quarter down of Eagles football, everybody. What are your first couple takeaways? Brian Pump, I know you're thrilled about the Johnny Wilson big catch there, and I will always give credit where credit is due. That's a great football catch by Johnny Wilson, who went right up over the top and said, "I'll take that, thank you very much." Juggled it a bit. You gotta love it. Tanner McKee runs a smooth offense, Mad Bird. He runs a smooth sailing. Very in control and in command. I like what I've seen from Shipley so far, as well. I like what I'm seeing from Shipley so far. Joseph Alvino checks in. What's up, Joseph? Lamb and Pickens going to eat. Yes, they are. We could have an issue on our hands if Ringo doesn't improve a notch. All right. Dez says Tanner gets the ball out fast and on time usually. Dez, he is, man. Look, that's his specialty, Dez, as a quarterback. Right? Jalen's a playmaker who makes plays and who finds windows and pockets where other quarterbacks wouldn't to make a positive play. Tanner is a get that ball out. Tanner looks, assesses, analyzes, reads, and gets the ball out. That throw to Darius Cooper on the right hash was beautiful. On the right sideline, that was beautiful. That ball was on a string. He stepped outside of Matt Pryor, who was sealing off the side, and he kind of, not sidearmed it, but he slung it, man. That ball was on a string, on a rope. A great throw there by Tanner McKee, man. A great throw. I'm impressed right now with this offense going up against the Bengals' first-string defense. Not only do they look good, but they're moving the ball with ease right now. They're moving the ball with ease. A great first showing so far for offensive coordinator, first-year offensive coordinator, that is, Kevin Petullo. The start of the second quarter, 15 on the clock. It's 3rd and 5, a third down situation here for the Birds. It's 14-7, Cincinnati. They have the lead here. McKee in the shotgun. Darius Cooper to his outside. Will Shipley to his left. McKee assesses pre-snap. He's got Johnny Wilson and Cooper to his left, and it looks like Ainias Smith to his right. McKee snaps, rolling out to his right, under pressure, and he's going to almost threw it away, and then he tried to find Calcaterra, who couldn't quite corral the ball, and it's going to be 4th and 5, and the Eagles might be settling here for a field goal. Looks like Calcaterra maybe could have hauled that ball in. Not the best throw from McKee, but certainly not uncatchable. And Calcaterra just couldn't corral it. So it's ruled an incompletion, as it should be. And a 4th and 5 situation, Jake Elliott is on the football field to kick it through the uprights. Elliott, right down Broad Street, up the middle. It's 14-10. The Eagles settle for a field goal, but I do not at all come away from that drive feeling discouraged. In fact, I think you saw a lot of good things there. I think Tyler Steen is holding up very well in coverage right now. Tanner McKee manning the offense well. Will Shipley showing some burst when the holes are there. Darius Cooper is clearly a receiver who can play. Johnny Wilson made a big catch on there. Jahan Dotson, I don't think he's out there as much right now on this drive. I don't think he's out there much right now on this drive. Burrow and Dez, I would think so. First quarter's done and dusted. I would say Burrow would have to be done. Now, I don't have confirmation yet. We're at a commercial break. Here's Pumper. Let's check in and see what he says. Zander, what the F are you talking about? Not the best throw. That shit was immaculate with pressure. I mean, it was. It was good. You're right. I'll give him it. I'll rescind and say I'll give him it. Good throw, better catch. Good throw, better catch. Johnny Wilson corrals it, Pump. You should be tooting the horn on Johnny a little bit more than Tanner on that play. Holy moly, I got some notifications. What is going on? Get my boy Gary texted me. Johnny Wilson. Gotta love it, man. A great open to the Eagles season. They're down right now, 14-10. We got some questions on defense. We got some optimism on offense. And a 14-10 ball game. This doesn't feel like a preseason game to me. Do you love football? Do you love football? Because I know I do. I know I do. All right. I know I do. Great open to this game. JD3 checked in. Harrison pushes like an all-pro, and Steen is balling. Steen looks great. Steen looks very good. Kenyon Green looks like he's completely disinterested on the sideline. 14-10, Bengals have the lead. 14:48 on the clock. Johnny Wilson and Devontae Smith catching up on the sideline. Looks like Devontae's giving him a little bit of lessons. Johnny, listen to that man. It's one of the best receivers in football. So Joe Burrow is done. He finished the night 9 of 10 for 122 and a touchdown. He's going to go. Oh, he gets chased down. A massive return on the kickoff for the Bengals. There's a flag on the field, but that was shoddy coverage by the Eagles Eagles coverage team. The flag is going to be on the Bengals for holding. That ball might be coming all the way back. That ball might be coming all the way back. Lane Johnson's getting interviewed. I can't hear him, but I hope he's saying some good things. 35-year-old future Hall of Fame, Lane Johnson. Still looking spry and young, looking like he's got plenty of years to go. Gotta love Lane Johnson. I'll keep you guys posted. It's 14-10. There's 14:38 on the play clock. It'll be a 1st and 10 situation for the Bengals. And Joe Burrow is out of the game. All right. And now I believe you have, who is that? Jake Browning is that? He drops back. His first throw is a completion. It's a quick hitch route over the middle. Picks up about 9 yards to the tight end. Let me pull up for a second this Bengals roster so I know what is going on the field, because I do not know the Bengals backups. I'm sorry if that upsets you. All right. So Joe Burrow finishes 9 of 10 for 122 and 2 touchdowns. Yeah, I would say that's not a great night for the Philadelphia Eagles defense on Joe Burrow. 9 of 10 for 122 and 2 touchdowns. Missed the play there. 2nd and 1 was a run. Looks like they picked up the first down. Campbell's there to make the stop. He got held up about after a 2 or 3 yard gain. Held up after a 2 or 3 yard gain. There is no doubt the context must be added that Joe Burrow was going against the Eagles' second team with his entire first team. That does not change the numbers. And Joe Burrow with a dominating performance. Landon Dickerson is crushing and uncrustable on the sideline. That is a big boy, my friend. 1st and 10. Browning in the shotgun. He drops back, looks back the other way, and got a completion again on Keely Ringo, who was right there in coverage, but could not make the play at the ball. There's a flag on the field. There's a flag on the field. Jake Browning is right now 2 for 2, dicing up this defense. Tyler Steen is brought out of the game now as well. So good news there. Doesn't look like he's going to go back in. We will see on that. Remember, everybody, I do not have game audio in. Are my AirPods nearby? Maybe I can get it in. Browning under center. It's 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. He hands the ball off, and a big hole and an easy 9 or 10-yard pickup there. Adoree Jackson and Jahad Campbell combined for the tackle. Another flag on the field. Another holding. Looks like on the offense there, right? Yep, holding on the offense, so that ball's coming back. Holding on the offense, that ball's coming back. Let me see if I can get this pod in so I can hear some of this game. No, I do not want to connect to this. Oh, God, now I can hear myself. That's not what was supposed to happen. Check. Audio check 1, 2. Too many devices open. I can't go that route. Sorry, everybody. Browning drops back to throw. He completes it. Looks like to the right hash for a first down pickup. That's on Adoree Jackson. And I can't tell who the receiver is. But a pitch and catch, Jones is the name. A first down Bengals. Now this second team Bengals offense is moving down the football field. 1st and 10, 12 on the game clock. On the other side of the 50, Browning under center. He hands it off. Not much room to go. He picks up about a yard. Gabe Hall on the stop. Good play by Gabe Hall. They're starting to make some plays. Prince, shout out to you. 11:40 to go on the clock in the second quarter of this ball game. It's 2nd and 10. That running play went nowhere. Jalen Carter and Clint Hurt laughing with each other on the sideline. Gotta love to see that. Let's analyze who's on the field. Browning in the shotgun. Robinson on the field. Browning drops back, and he is sacked by Ty Robinson, the rookie where did he play? Out of Nebraska. 95 is in for his first career sack. That one won't count on the big book, but that feels good for the rookie to get to the backfield on a little stunt move to the inside, and Browning was a deer in the headlights with him coming. Ty better keep those hands down. He could get called for that. So Ty better keep those hands down. 3rd and 17 now following the sack. Browning in the shotgun. 10:34 on the game clock. Browning drops back to throw. Fires over the middle. That ball bounces up. Oh, almost picked off. Who was that? That was almost Jahad Campbell, who got a pick off a ball that looked like it ricocheted off the helmet. Looked like it ricocheted off a Bengal helmet. It did. It bounces up in the air, and Campbell dives through, and it goes through his hands. That's why he plays defense, everybody. Jahad Campbell in position to make plays. I'm happy about that. And the Bengals will settle for a punt. 10:22 to go on the game clock. That ball is going to sail out of bounds, and the Eagles offense will take over. What a game to start. What a good preseason game to start here tonight. A big Ty Robinson sack. Welcome to the NFL, young man. Welcome to the NFL, young man. Good news out of Texas just came in. Gardner Johnson did not tear his ACL. Good news for Gardner Johnson, for those who care about that. The new corner isn't playing. I have not seen him yet, Des. I will keep you posted if I see Jacorian on the field. Jacorian Bennett, that is, was acquired in a trade on Monday evening. The Philadelphia Eagles sent DT Thomas Booker to the Vegas Raiders and brought back in Jacorian Bennett. I have not yet seen him on the field tonight. Avery Williams is back to receive the punt. So far, your statistics for this Eagles offense, Tanner McKee is 5 of 6 for 73 yards and a 117 rating, an impressive performance for Tanner. Will Shipley's had 7 carries for 48 yards, an average of 6.9 with a 38-yard long. So he combined 6 carries for 10 yards in addition to that 1 carry for 38. Johnny Wilson has a catch for 27-yard pickup on 1 target. Jahan Dotson, 2 receptions for 27 yards, along of 15 and 2 targets. Darius Cooper has been targeted 1 time. He corralled a catch, 1 catch for 15 yards. And Shipley's also been a target 1 time in the passing game, 1 catch for 4 yards for this Philadelphia Eagles offense. McKee is still in the ball game right now. So it looks like Tanner McKee might get this entire first half here to play. Looks like Tanner McKee might get this entire first half, and that's the first drive. The defense was able to get off the field. Jahad Campbell made some plays there on defense. Gabe Hall as well. Now the Eagles offense will be trotted back out. All right. What do we got on the game clock right now? I'll keep you posted in a second. Update again. Gardner Johnson did not tear his ACL. I saw the comment. Adino, he actually didn't. Early tests are good. The ACL is intact. 1st and 10 for the Birds from their own 9-yard line. McKee drops back. He throws. Johnny Wilson again over the top on an absolute dime by Tanner McKee. There's a flag on the field. Is that one coming back? Nope, it's pass interference on the defense and another great catch by Johnny Wilson. What a play that was. Johnny Wilson from the slot goes up and over. McKee puts it up here. And again, the length of Wilson just reaches those hands out, makes the grab, corrals it in, and a big pickup. 1st and 10 now from the 38. McKee under center. Hands it off here. Who is that? Shanderick Powell, I think? No, that's A.J. Dillon who got the carry. That's a 10-yard pickup and another first down. The Eagles' offense is moving. A great throw by McKee to Johnny Wilson to start off a drive. You gotta love it. Here we go. Another 1st and 10. 9:24 on the game clock. Tanner McKee right now in the shotgun. He hikes. He's going to hand that ball to Dillon, who's met in the backfield for a 3-yard loss. It'll be 2nd and 13 with 9 to go. On the quarter, or the half, excuse me. The ball game right now is 14-10 Cincinnati. McKee is still on the football field. A couple starters, I believe, have been removed from the game. Tyler Steen is no longer your right guard. McKee from the shotgun. He hikes. He's looking, and he's going to get sacked in the backfield. It's going to be 3rd and long, folks. McKee just had nowhere to go with the football. He buckles, holds on, and takes a sack. No blame there. I don't think he had anywhere to go with that football. All right, what are they showing me a dude's legs for? This is odd. They're like zooming in on Saquon's legs. Here we go. 3rd and 20 from the 38-yard line. McKee in the shotgun. He drops back looking. Lets the ball go over the middle, and a dump down to A.J. Dillon. Looks like he picked up about 10 yards. All right? So it'll be 4th down, and the Eagles will punt the ball back away. The Eagles will punt the ball back away. Man, there was some optimism on that drive. When I see Johnny Wilson extend and use his big frame, that 6'6" frame, and go up and not only wait for that ball to come to you, but reach them hands out and grab that football, that's a sign of, I'd like to see that, folks. Back to punt is Braden Mann. That's going to go out of bounds right around looked like about the 10-yard line. We'll see where they spot it right around the 10. Right around the 10. You got to love it. A great start to the preseason here on JAKIB Sports and across the Philadelphia region. Eagles trail 14-10, and Tanner McKay looks very good, folks. He's 7 of 8 for 112 with a 118 rating. And how about Johnny Wilson? 2 catches on 2 targets for 55 yards. 2 catches on 2 targets for 55 yards. Johnny Wilson having himself a night. Got to give Brian Pumper some credit here, my friend. Brian, well done. Project 89 is a good project tonight. Project 89 is a good project tonight. Well done. Well done. We are ticking down the clock now in the second quarter. There's 7 to go in the half. Bengals hold a 14-10 lead, and thank goodness it will look better for the defense moving forward because Joe Burrow is done for the night. He finished the game 9-10 for 123 and 2 touchdowns and 157.5 rating. Damn near perfect. But who's counting? Joe Burrow done for the night, and maybe this defense gets a relief. Jamar Chase tonight had 4 catches for 77 yards and a touchdown. In 2 series of football, 4 catches for 77 yards and a touchdown. Joe Burrow can play ball. Joe Burrow can play ball. Curtis says, Z, put Coop at CB2, sign Justin Simmons at Dory Jackson on CB3. Maybe, dude. I don't know. We'll see, man. We'll see. We will see. I'm going to be live through the first half, all right? I'm not going to go long. I didn't eat, so I got to do the postgame show tonight. I forgot to eat. I should have eaten, I know. But we went live at 6:30, and Cilio didn't end until 6, so I didn't eat, though. And I'm going to be going late tonight probably, so I will only do the first half, but this has been a lot of fun, and I appreciate everybody for being here. I appreciate everybody for being here. All right, thank you very much. And once again, a big shout out to J5, who sent multiple super chats tonight, but none bigger or greater than this one. $50 banger. You're a baby Merrill Reese. That's a compliment I can't accept, but it's one I appreciate. All right, 7:17 to go on the game clock. Bengals backed up inside their own 10-yard line. Browning in the shotgun. He whistles a man in motion, hands it off on an inside zone, and they pick up about 5 yards. That's going to be Jahad Campbell. And who is that with them on the tackle? I can't tell who that is. Not fully familiar with these back-end guys on this defense right now. That's what I mean. Who the F is Sykes? I'm not sure, Jason A-Team. But Jahad Campbell, I will say, is all over the place. Jahad Campbell is all over the place. It's now 2nd and 5. Browning in the shotgun. Again, an inside zone. He's met in the backfield. He's going to be tackled for a loss by Sykes. Sykes with a great play in the backfield to hit him for a loss. Browning hands it off on an inside zone and nowhere to go. The 4-man rush makes it hard to run on, and Campbell stayed home right in the middle. Great look on defense there. Great look on defense there. 93 Sykes is wearing. That was Milton Williams' number last year. It's now 3rd and 5. from about the 14, 15-yard line. Jake Browning in the shotgun. He assesses, hikes. He's looking back to fire. Nowhere to go. Goes over the middle, and he's got a receiver for a completion. It's Eli Ricks who gets beat in coverage. There's a flag on the football field. There's a flag on the football field. Pass interference on the defense, that's going to be declined. So Eli Ricks gets taken to school on that one, and the Bengals get an easy first down. Browning assessed. He didn't like what he was looking at, kept going through his reads, comes back across the middle, and finds his man. Little nice quarterbacking right there by Jake Browning. I don't even know who that is that he found, but Eli Ricks did not stick him in coverage. Now back under center. In the shotgun. 1st and 10. An inside zone, hands off. He bounces off a tackle and picks up 5 yards. Sidney Brown's tapping on the shoulder. Hopefully not an issue there. Sidney just popped somebody. He bounced off him, and Sidney got up and immediately went like this. Now he's going to the medical tent, I think. No grimace on his face. A dump off on 2nd and 6 and a screen pass. They pick up about 3 or 4 yards. Good execution right there. The Birds were giving pressure. Right there. Alpha says, show us the game. I cannot do that. I will get taken off YouTube, my friend. Do you want to go to court with the NFL? I don't think so. Alpha Money, thank you for the comment. Thanks for being here. Enjoy the play-by-play. 3rd and 3. Jake Browning back in the shotgun, lined up from their own 37-yard line. They got 3 wide receivers out. Browning drops back. He assesses. He lets that ball go quickly, and Eli Ricks in coverage sticks his man and breaks up the pass. Looked a little handsy there, but he gets away with it. It'll be 4th and 3 for the Bengals offense. Will they punt? I think so. Definitely handsy there, but he gets away with it. Ricks in coverage. Good play. Good play to break that pass up. It'll be 4th and 3 for the Bengals. It'll be 4th and 3, and they're going to punt. That was a flag, Brian. I agree. That was a flag for sure. The Bengals punt the ball away, and out comes the Eagles offense once again. And I tell you what, I've been mildly impressed with what the offense has been able to do. I know not every drive has resulted in points or even a touchdown, but I've been mildly impressed with the way Tanner McKee manages the offense. Johnny Wilson's out there making great catches. Some good things coming on the offensive side for the Philadelphia Eagles. And these damn bots are crazy. My back is starting to hurt. I better get up. I've been sitting here since 7 in the morning. And Curtis says that was 1,000% a flag, but at least he was near the football. Agreed. I do believe that was a flag, but listen, you take what you get in life. I'm an Eagles fan. You want me to sit here and vouch for a flag? No, it was a flag, but I'll take the call. All right, I'll take the call. Goat Stature brings up probably what will be the talk of the week after this game. Keely Ringo not only got beat. It's one thing to get beat like Ricks did over the middle. It's another thing for your jock strap to be out on the football field for all to see. Jamar Chase left him in the dust. We'll be talking about that on the postgame show. We'll be talking about that, I'm sure, for the next week. All right? We'll be talking about that for the next week. Has Ringo done enough to earn your confidence? No, Keith, they're not against the Bengals next week. They'll be against the Browns. The joint practices next week will be against the Browns. Leon says, I think Brown is hurt. I think so too, Leon. He didn't have a single emotion on his face, which maybe shows you how tough he is, but he popped that running back, bounced off him, and immediately went like this and called him off the field. Okay? Immediately called him off the field. Michael King says, F. C.J. Gardner-Johnson, good riddance. Well, Michael, if Brown is hurt, you're about to take that back because we're trying to win a Super Bowl with the Super Bowl window wide open, and we sent a damn good player away because he has an attitude issue. Now, I hope your ego doesn't get in the way and you made your football team worse because you don't like a player. I hope that doesn't come back to bite us, Michael. We'll get the update on Sidney Brown in a bit. I don't think he's going to be out there. Here we go. McKee is back out. 4:19 remain in the half. He's 1st and 10. He's under center. He hands the play action pass. He's rolling out. He fires that ball, almost picked off. Looking for Darius Cooper just past the first down marker. And the Bengals, with great smothering defense, break up the pass. McKee does look good rolling out to the right. I see where he was going with it, and that window closed quickly. A great defensive play there. It'll now be 2nd and 10. 4:13 on the clock. Eagles trail 14-10 right now. McKee assesses. He's in the shotgun with an empty backfield. McKee calling out his coverages at the line. He hikes, he drops back, looking, fires to the left hash. That's Anaya Smith for a 5-yard pickup. It'll be 3rd and 5 for the Eagles offense. 4:04 to go, and the clock is ticking. 4:04 to go, and the clock is ticking. I like the way McKee runs an offense, though. I really do. I like the way he manages the game at the line of scrimmage. Here we go. 3rd and 5. McKee's 8 of 10 for 117 tonight. He lines up and assesses. He's back in the shotgun, running back to his right. McKee looking to fire. He's got him, and it's Johnny Wilson again for a 1st down. This is Johnny Wilson's world, and we're just living in it. Wow, McKee to Wilson has some real juice. A great throw there by McKee to keep that ball away from the defender, and a great job by Johnny Wilson to turn his body completely the other direction and corral that ball. It's 1st and 10, and the Eagles are driving. Now on the other side of the field at the 49-yard line. McKee back in the shotgun with the backfield. He play actions. Look in, and he dumps it off underneath to A.J. Dillon for a 6-yard pickup. This offense looks good, and McKee looks in control. Johnny Wilson continues to make plays. He's now up to 73 yards receiving on the night on 3 targets and 3 receptions. Impressive night for Johnny Wilson. Jalen Hurts giving him some love on the sideline, talking to him. McKee in the shotgun. It's 2nd and 3 with 2:28 on the clock before the half. McKee hikes, looks, fires. He's got Darius Cooper, who puts on a move, breaks to the outside, and picks up an additional 10 yards. Darius Cooper can flat out play, everybody. Darius Cooper can play. I like this kid. I like this freaking kid. He caught that ball, stopped on a dime, and left the defender in the dust to pick up an additional 10 yards. Great play there. McKee gets the ball out quick. Cooper, with no hesitation, stops, cuts to the outside, and picks up an additional 10. Gets out of bounds as well. And we are in a commercial break. Eagles offense driving here. Tanner McKee in control. Johnny Wilson continues to make plays. Another catch there for Darius Cooper. He's got 2 catches for 31 yards on 3 targets. Offense looks good. A.J. Dillon's been the main feature back right now since Will Shipley came out of the game. He's caught a couple passes, or caught a pass, a couple passes, 2 for 18 yards, and he's ran 2 for 7. The offense spreading the ball around. The offense getting everybody involved. The offense has this Bengals defense on their heels. This is the 4th drive of the night, and while I know not every drive has ended in a touchdown or yet even points, I do believe the offense has showed a lot of good things tonight and a lot of things you take from a preseason game and figure out what the application is to the real season. What does it look like when we get to September? I know it's preseason football, but I'm fired up. I'm fired up, baby. Shady, you just came to a better platform than Sirius. Thanks for being here, brother. McKee looks lights out right now. Efficient, getting the ball out quick, finding his receivers, and Johnny Wilson has stole the show as well with 3 not only big catches, but 3 great catches. Great catches. I mean, not flutter balls that came with nobody in coverage. I mean, 3 contested catches for Johnny Wilson, turning the body, going and getting the football, using his length, using his arms, using his hands to go and make the catch. I love Eagles football. I love Eagles football. Are you sure this is a preseason game? Are you sure this is a preseason game? Wow, does this offense look good? And the defense has shown some things as well. Darius Cooper, man, mark me down, everybody, as a Darius Cooper fan. All right? Mark me down as a Darius Cooper fan. I like what I'm seeing from that player. 2-minute warning. 2 to go in the half here. It's 14-10, the Bengals lead. You got a 1st and 10 scenario for the Eagles offense. Kevin Patullo calling the plays in his first game as an offensive coordinator. McKee is still in and will presumably obviously close out the half. Okay? McKee under center. Dillon, it looks like Dillon in the backfield. He's going to hand that ball off to Dillon, who stops, assesses, finds the hole, and picks up a good 8 yards. 1:52 now, and the clock is ticking. It'll be 2nd and short for the Eagles offense. 2nd and short for the offense, and the Bengals coach is looking at his play sheet like, I don't know what to do. A.J. Dillon with a nice cut right there, finds the hole, runs tough and aggressive, and picks up a great 8 yards. This offense is on the move. This offense is on the move with a ticking clock as we get down here to the end of the first half. 1:52, and the clock is stopped. I'm not sure if a timeout was called. A Bengals timeout was called. Excuse me. Good to see Addie back in the chat. Our people are all coming back. Come on back. Tanner McKee in the shotgun. A.J. Dillon behind him. McKee's going to hand that ball off. A shifty move by A.J. Dillon, and he'll pick up a first down. Boy, he's not running like a man who hasn't played football in over a year. A.J. Dillon showing some shiftiness with the big size. What is talked about as a brute force running back, a physical runner, is out there putting the jukes on players and leaving them in the dust. A first down pickup for the Philadelphia Eagles. It'll be 1st and 10. Driving here. The ball is down, I want to say, right around the 9-yard line. It's going to be a 1st and goal situation. It's going to be a 1st and goal situation. There's 1:45 to play. The Bengals burned another timeout. McKee in the shotgun. Dillon behind him. Another another zone option there. Hands it off to Dillon, and he picks up another 3 yards. Dillon runs the ball hard and has showed a little bit of elusiveness in this game as well. The Bengals are going to burn their 3rd timeout. There's 1:39 on the game clock, and the Eagles are in a 2nd and goal scenario here. A 2nd and goal scenario for the Eagles right now. It's 14-10 Bengals. Will the Birds be able to take the lead here? If I'm Tanner, I'm looking for Johnny Wilson in the end zone. That's what I'm looking for right now. I'm looking for Johnny Wilson in the end zone. A.J. Dillon in the backfield. It's 2nd and goal with 1:39 to play. McKee under center. Play action. He's under pressure. He's going to have to throw that one in the dirt as there was immediate pressure on Tanner McKee. It'll be 3rd and 6. It'll be 3rd and 6 for the Eagles offense as they are driving and pressuring, but an unblocked Bengal defender gets to the backfield and forces McKee to throw that one in the dirt. Now a 3rd down situation here. Jalen and Devontae look on from the sideline. McKee back in the shotgun. Dillon lined up to his left. 3rd and 6. McKee drops back, fires over the middle. It's a touchdown, Ananias Smith. Your Philadelphia Eagles have taken the lead. Tanner McKee, once again, slowly, methodically marches this offense right down the football field, finds the target, goes to Ananias Smith over the middle, and our Philadelphia Eagles take the lead with 1:33 to go. It's now 17-14 with the point after being good. Let's see how this defense can close out the half. Let's see how the defense can close out the half. A worm burner kick that goes through the uprights. It counts all the same. And congrats to Ananias Smith on a touchdown. Tanner McKee, well done, young man. An impressive first half for the young quarterback. He goes 12 of 15 for 164 and a touchdown pass. Watch out, everybody. Tanner McKee is playing good football. Ananias Smith, that was a great route, and he got open easily, and that ball was put right in the breadbasket. Right in the breadbasket. You got to love it, everybody. Gotta love it, and I'm with you, Prince. The play calling so far from Patullo has been perfect. Love it. I love the way he's working the game. I love the way he's using the running game. I love the way he's working in play action for McKee. I love the way he's not keeping him in the pocket, keeping him moving around, keeping him rolling out. Tanner McKee looks good. Kickoff is kicked. Bengals are on the return. And he's swallowed up. Great play by the special teams for the Philadelphia Eagles. Great play by the special teams for the Philadelphia Eagles. 1:27 to play. The Eagles now have a lead, 17-14. There's a flag on the field on the kickoff. That's going to go against, I think, the Bengals, if I read that correctly. I think that's against the Bengals here. Man, they're showing the highlights of those Johnny Wilson passes. How about Johnny Wilson here on the open? He's got 3 catches for 73 yards on 3 targets. And that stat line is comparable to Jamar Chase, who's got 4 receptions for 77 and a touchdown. Keely Ringo right now is the one bad spot I think we've seen in the game. Browning in the shotgun. He drops back looking to throw. Nowhere to go. He's under pressure. Josh Uche, and he throws that ball away. He throws that ball away. There's 1:18 to play. They're going to be pinned back. There's a flag on the football field. What is it? That flag came late. That flag came late. Should have been a sack. I'm not sure what I looked like Ty Robinson was doing there. I agree. Johnson out there in corner. I think he was the one with the flag. It's now an instant first down for the Bengals. That flag was against the Eagles. They move up now. They're right at around the 18-yard line. Browning in the shotgun, running back to his left, and a tight end in motion right to left. Browning assesses. He drops back, looking to throw. Pump fakes. He goes over the middle. That ball is almost picked off by the Eagles safety. I'm not sure who it was back there. That's 31. That's not McMullen. Who is that? Who is 31 for the Birds? Rex got turned around there, but what happened? Is there a flag on the field? No, they just showed Rex getting turned around. Who is 31 on the, there you go, Browning in the shotgun, 2nd and 10. He drops back, looks to throw, he fires. Oh, Eli Rex nearly picked that football off. It was an easy pick six had he corralled it. That's why these men play defense. Oh my, 3rd and 10. Eli Ricks dropped an easy opportunity right there. He'll be thinking of that one when the head hits the pillow tonight. Man, that ball was literally hand delivered to him, and he was not able to corral it. It just clanked off the shoulder pads. 3rd and 10. Browning in the shotgun. He drops back and assesses. He dumps the ball down. You got a completion underneath, and it's only a 2-yard pickup. It'll be 4th and 8, and the Eagles should use a timeout here to get the ball back. 1 minute and 2 on the game clock. 1 minute and 2, and the Eagles will burn a timeout. They're going to get the ball back, and Tanner McKee, get ready, young man. You're not done yet. You're not done yet. You got to love it. This has been an amazing, excellent, very fun preseason game to watch. I have thoroughly enjoyed every minute of this game right now. Thoroughly enjoyed. It's going to be 4th and 7. Eli Ricks is itching his head after that dropped interception opportunity that could have put the Eagles up by 10 easily going into the half. A good stop for the D. The Birds are going to get the ball back. Bengals punting. The punter is lined up at about the 6-yard line. He punts it from about the 9. Back is Anais Smith, who fields the punt. He's looking for room. He gets to the outside. He cuts up the middle, makes a good move. He's got room. He's running to the 40, to the 30. He is out of bounds. A great return from Anais Smith. Oh, my. Anais Smith showing some flashes. What a game this is, everybody. Look at this punt return. Kind of has to go back and get the ball. Makes one man miss. Makes another man miss. Cuts up the middle. Makes a third man miss. Has a diving guy. Makes him miss. He gets up to the 30 and gets pushed out of bounds. Looked like right around the 31. A great return by Anais Smith. A great return by Anais Smith. And the Eagles' offense is in business. There's 45 seconds on the game clock. Tanner McKee is back out in the shotgun. It's 1st and 10. McKee assesses, looks, dumps it off to the outside to A.J. Dillon, who immediately gets out of bounds, and it's an 8 or 9 yard pickup. An easy 8-9 yards there for the offense. And somebody is being carted back to the locker room. That's Elijah Cooks. That was a 46-yard punt return, everybody. A 46-yard punt return. It's 2nd and 1 from the 19-yard line. McKee in the shotgun. A running back to his right. McKee drops back, looking. He fires. Got him. Touchdown, Darius Cooper. Oh, my. Another perfect ball by Tanner McKee, and Darius Cooper left his man in the dust. I love this Darius Cooper kid. This kid can flat out play. He can flat out play, and Tanner McKee delivers the ball on time, on target, and on the money. It's 24-14 now for the Philadelphia Eagles. 35 seconds to go in the half. Darius Cooper torched that man. How you going to cut? Remember before, who was with me on pregame? Who was with me on the pregame show? I said, I want somebody to make Howie Roseman pull out his clipboard tonight and say, How can I cut this guy? Darius Cooper's doing just that right now. That was a great route. He was stuck in coverage, waited for the last second, went and got the football. A perfect ball by Tanner McKee. A perfect ball by Tanner McKee, and the Eagles hold a 10-point lead. The Eagles hold a 10-point lead. Now, who's counting but Tanner McKee, everybody? Listen closely here. Listen closely here. 14-17, 193 yards passing, and 2 touchdown throws. Tanner McKee came ready. Madden, are you watching? I think a 61 is a little egregious. The kickoff is in. The Bengals are returning. He's up to the 20. He gets tackled right around at the 29-yard line. Tanner McKee is all smiles on the sideline. Can you blame him? Darius Cooper is a man I want on my football team. I know you got decisions to make. I know you got a roster to build. That's a guy I want on my team. Okay? Darius Cooper is a guy I want on my football team. He has had a great first half. And Tanner McKee, Jake Browning is going to kneel it out, and that'll do it for the first half of football in this preseason opener. What a game so far. Excellent work by this Eagles offense. Excellent work by Tanner McKee. Excellent work by Johnny Wilson, Darius Cooper, Jahan Dotson. I thought A.J. Dillon looked good. Excellent first half for this Eagles team, man. You got to freaking love it. You just got to love it. Now, I don't know if everybody else is enjoying this preseason game as much as I am, but I am having fun. Okay? Just excellent work around here. Let me see if I can get Johnny Mack up for a halftime, because that's a halftime I want to talk about. Let me see. That's a halftime I got to talk about. Impressive work from the Eagles in that first half. They go into the locker room with a 24-14 lead. I'll rattle off some names to you here. Tanner McKee, 14-17, 193 and 2 touchdowns with a 153 rating. A damn near perfect performance for the quarterback tonight. Will Shipley had a good open to the game. 7 carries for 48 yards. He had that 38-yard long run and a good game for him. He got shaken up a little bit after that. A.J. Dillon has 5 carries for 27 yards and a long of 10. He looks spry, and I like the shiftiness and the way he's running the ball for a physical back. All right, Johnny Wilson is your leading receiver right now. 3 catches on 3 targets, 73 yards and a long of 28. He had 3 beautiful catches if you didn't catch the game. Darius Cooper is second in that department. 3 catches on 4 targets for 51 yards with a long of 20, including that beautiful touchdown reception. Jahan Dotson had 2 catches for 27 yards on 2 targets. A.J. Dillon getting some work in the passing game. He had 3 receptions for 27 yards. Aniyah Smith to close it out. He had 2 receptions for 11, and he caught the first touchdown pass from Tanner McKee. Will Shipley closed that out with 1 catch for 4 yards. On the defensive side of the ball, your leading tacklers are Adoree Jackson and Jeremiah Trotter Jr. tonight. Sacks go to Ty Robinson and go to Ty Robinson as the lone sack tonight. QB hits, Trotter as a quarterback hit, Ty Robinson as a quarterback hit, and that's going to do it for your quarterback hits. Jake Elliott was 1 for 1 in field goal with a 44-yard kick, and he was 2 for 2 in point afters, ending with 5 points tonight for the starting kicker. A good opening half for this Philadelphia Eagles team. I don't know about you guys, but I was about as fired up as you can get for preseason football, watching McKee manage the offense, watching Darius Cooper make plays consistently, run beautiful routes, and go and getting the football. How about Johnny Wilson? You started off with that big Randy Moss-esque catch where he goes up and over, uses that 6'6" frame and those long arms, reaches over the top and says, "I'll take that. Thank you very much." Then you got him streaking from the slot, runs a perfect route. Tanner McKee delivers a perfect ball. And then the third throw to the left side. Johnny Wilson with a great half. How about A.J. Dillon? Now, I was told A.J. Dillon is a tremendous physical runner, and that is evident. But I know all of you guys saw those jukes that I saw. He assessed, he looked, he juked, he cut, and he got yards. A patient run, a perfect approach. Impressive. Impressive for this Eagles offense. On the defensive side, the only concern I think I take from this game right now is those corners. I don't think Adoree looked very impressive, and I certainly don't think Keely Ringo looked very impressive. So outside of those guys, I think those are your two clear negatives right now. And then Sidney Brown, is he hurt? Does anybody know what's going on with him? But overall, I thought that was a very, very positive first half for the Eagles. A very positive first half for the Eagles, and we'll see what they're able to do in the second half. I would presume it will become the Kyle McCord and Dorian Thompson-Robinson show. And Ethan, a good call out there. Kevin Patullo called a damn near perfect first half. Okay? A damn near perfect first half for your first-year offensive coordinator. And this is certainly not something to overreact to. But look, you love it. It's certainly better than the alternative. It's certainly better than the alternative. Okay? Jahad Campbell made some plays tonight. He was flagged, but other than that, I thought he was kind of all over the place. In a good way. In a good way. I need some water. I've been rambling for a half of football. All right. We need 36 more likes before the second half starts. Come on, everybody. Hit that like button. I appreciate each and every one of you for being here. If you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button. Drop your comments down below. You guys can listen to these people. I connect with each and every one of our great viewers here on JAKIB Sports, and I appreciate those who are in. Keese, I did not eat. I haven't left, Keese. I haven't left. I'm a little bit jacked up on the adrenaline of preseason football. I'm a little bit jacked up on the adrenaline of preseason football. Okay? I should probably take a break and see if I can grab some grub. I am now enticed to call the entire game. I think we stay live and call the game. I need an Uncrustable. That would be perfect. All right. Stand by. Let me see if I uploaded the right thing. All right. Stand by. We'll be right back here in 3 minutes. I wanted to wait for Johnny Mack. That was what I was really waiting for because I sent him a link. He didn't get it. Well, he got it. I don't know if I think we go live the whole night tonight, though. I want to see how this game unfolds. I love what I'm seeing. Biggest issue right now is his back. Boy, his back is killing me. I feel like an old man. I feel like an old man right now, everybody. Where's M. Reyes, who's been telling me 30's going to hit me like a ton of bricks? How about 27, M. Reyes? How about 27? P.I., you're on the brink. You're on the bubble. You're on the chopping block. Abe says, Ringo got cooked off a curl route. Come on. Listen, my man. That was the one negative I took, unfortunately. That was the one negative I took, okay? JB3 says, everybody leave a like for Z. I appreciate that, JB3. Thank you, brother. All right, I appreciate that. Chris B's in here. What's up, Chris? Good to see you, brother. Good to be back. Zander, Good to see you, bro. Good to see you. Thanks for coming back. Thanks for being with us. Thanks for being here tonight. Sig Lord said, J-Mac won't show face after doubting McKee. I do not believe he doubted him, but an impressive first half for the youngster. Okay? I think he just put some very solid tape to show he can play in this league. I have no doubt that Tanner McKee has what it takes to be a quarterback in this league. It just won't be in Philly. It just won't be in Philly. Steven says Ringo is hot garbage. How many are ready to say Ringo is hot garbage? How many are ready to say that Ringo is hot garbage? I think it's a little bit of an overreaction at this point, but I certainly understand the nature of what happened, how it unfolded, and that was the one thing many of us were coming into the game tonight watching with a keen eye. And Ringo was young Joe. You say it perfect. He was burnt toast. He was burnt toast. Killa says, I just ordered DoorDash. I don't got to cook or step out. I'm good to go. Killa, order me some, will you? I'll Venmo you the cash. Order me some. I'll Venmo you the cash. Zander, how's it going tonight? And what are your thoughts on CB2? We're talking about it now, Abanez. Thanks for being here. My thoughts tonight are this is one of the best preseason games I've ever enjoyed. Maybe it's because I'm calling it. I don't know. But I don't feel very good about Ringo or Adoree Jackson. I would actually maybe say that Adoree, I thought, looked more out of place tonight than Ringo. All right? I would say he looks more out of place than Ringo. I don't know about Adoree Jackson. I don't know about Keely Ringo. These are two guys that, the problem with them is this, right? It's not about the future. It's not about whether these guys can play in 26 and 27. We got a window and an opportunity right now as a football team to potentially go back to a Super Bowl. We can't afford a shoddy cornerback performance like that. And Ringo got absolutely smoked on that play. I know it's Jamar Chase, but, I don't know, man. I don't know. Got to go to my man Edward here. Edward checks in, listening from Naples, Florida. Love Naples, Florida, Edward. My parents own a little townhouse in Naples, so I try and go down there here and there. It's a great place to be, Edward. And if you haven't been here recently, Edward, I bought a Corvette recently, and something in me it's like a whispering something comes to my ear at night and says, take the vet to Florida. Take the vet to Florida. I'm like, shit, that sounds good. Shit, that sounds good. All right. We will see. Fort Myers, Wayne. Awesome stuff from Wayne the Pain. Weapon X checks in. What's up, brother? Zander, Adoree Jackson wasn't better, though. That's what I just said, Weapon. Eli Ricks is looking like the third best corner on our team. I'm now waiting, Weapon. I'm now waiting to see Jacorian Bennett. That's who I want to see. That's who I want to see. Johnny Mack was actually talking to Alec Hallaby at half. So he didn't know I was doing halftime. It's not his fault. I didn't tell him we were doing halftime. So second half, getting ready to start here. Okay. See what we got going on. Z, run some ads, grab some grub. I'll be all right, brother. I'll make it. I'll be good. Don't worry about me, Curtis. All right. Zander, Ricks was guarding a bum. That's true, Brian. You can't compare Ricks tonight to Ringo. Ringo covered the triple threat winner. Ringo just covered the best receiver in football in Jamar Chase. Now, it's not fun that he got burnt, but you must add that context if you're going to say Eli Ricks looks better. Let's see Eli Ricks on Jamar Chase. All right. Zander, still taking a third rounder from McKee. I never said I would take that, but I never thought he would command that. Now I kind of think he would command that on the market. And, I think you got to keep that guy in the building. I don't think you let him go. Okay. Dr. Omar is actually asking a question here. Oh, Doctor, we're going to sit here and we're going to analyze the play. And that's going to matter a lot less than this question right here, because It's one thing to have a bad preseason game and we analyze it, you turn the page and you move on to the next week. It's a whole nother thing if Sidney Brown just got an injury and now you are legitimately relying on a rookie safety who I don't think looks NFL ready yet. That's just my perspective. Okay? So that's a big question there, Omar, and we will see how that shakes out. Jay Cred says, people are really out there saying the Bengals would have beat Philly in the Super Bowl if they played. What are they smoking? They are smoking what I would call a crack cocaine. 3 1s for Tanner. That's hilarious. All right. Sidney Brown is trash. He did not look good, Prince, but I do still think it brings in a bigger issue. All right, the kick is off and the second half is underway. Eagles are going to get the ball first, obviously. It's a touchback as kneeled in the end zone there by, I don't know who that was. It didn't look like it was Avery Williams. It was number 18. Anybody have a number 18 on the Birds? Tell me Tanner McKee's coming. McKee is back. Tanner McKee is coming back out onto the football field right now. It's going to be the McKee show. He's 14-17 for 193 and 3 total tutties. Remember, he's got the tush push. Or wait a second, everybody. What's the purpose for playing him in the second half? What's the purpose playing him in the second half? Are they trying to boost the trade value? Hear me out. If you wanted to be your backup, why you need him to play more? Johnny Wilson still on the football field. 15 to go. The third quarter is getting underway. McKee starts in the shotgun, 1st and 10 from his own 35. He hands that ball over. Oh, my God. Running back almost gets swallowed up. He busted the outside and picks up a first down. Who was that? Now, that was a great run. Busted through, broke a tackle, and picks up 12 yards. That's Keelan Robinson, 5'8", 191 out of Texas. His second year in the league. Keelan Robinson with a good, physical, fast, aggressive run to pick up a first down in what looked like it'd be a tackle behind the line of scrimmage. McKee manning the offense at the line of scrimmage once again. Sends Keelan in motion to the outside. It's an empty backfield shotgun set. McKee drops back, looks, rolls out to his right, looking, and he's going to throw that ball away. It'll be 2nd and 10. McKee had nothing, rolled to his right, and finally let go of the football. Got it out of play. It's 2nd and 10. It's 2nd and 10. I like the way that McKee assesses, felt the pressure, rolled out at the perfect time, and threw that ball away. He has a real knack for the game. You know, understanding that pressure is a skill set, everybody. McKee under center. It's 2nd and 10 from the 41. He's going to drop back. He's going to hand that ball off again. Looks like Keelan Robinson, who gets swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. There's a flag on the field. Brian Pump, good take. Ross said it on the broadcast. I'm not listening, so thank you for giving me that intel. Eagles want to see what the skill guys can do, so maybe it's less about McKee and more about the skill guys who are on the field. Agreed, Primo. Great pocket presence for Tanner McKee. Okay? A really great awareness and pocket presence in there for him. Okay? Drew Kendall's still in at center. You're probably going to keep most of the same offensive linemen in when you keep the quarterback in. I'll get to it. Sig Lord, give me a second. McKee drops back. It's 3rd and 11. He throws the ball. He's got Darius Cooper, who picks up another first down on a 15-yard gain. A short little slant route right over the middle. Cooper got separation. McKee put the ball right on the money. Boy, Darius Cooper left him in the dust right at the line of scrimmage. That kid can play. Another first down. McKee now drops back on first down. He's going to be swallowed up for a sack. The pressure came quick on that drop back. Darius Cooper, everybody, can flat out play. I think this kid should be making the team. I think this kid has made a case to make this team over Anais Smith, and Johnny Wilson has probably cemented himself a roster spot. Remember, Johnny brings you a lot in the running game. Tanner in the shotgun. It's 2nd and 19. McKee drops back quick, fires underneath to the right. It looks like a backup tight end, that is, number 83. Didn't catch the name for a short pickup. It's going to be 3rd and long here. That was Kylan Granson. 5th-year player at SMU. It's 3rd and 15 to go. 3rd and 15 to go here. McKee in the shotgun. He's assessing pre-snap right now. And backfield running back to his right. McKee quick throws that ball again to Kylan Granson to pick up about 8 yards, it looked like. Maybe 7 yards. It'll be 4th and decent. McKee's going to come off the field, 4th and 8, and the offense will opt to punt. Kylan Granson with 2 straight catches there. They got just over the oh, wow, they're not punting. It's a field goal attempt. Excuse me. I was going to say, did they drive enough? This has got to be a pretty long field goal here. 4th and 7. Braden Mann, the holder, a 55-yard attempt, and Jake is going to miss that one by a wide margin. Not even close. And there's a flag on the field. Tanner McKee is putting his helmet back on. That flag is against the Bengals. And tell me we got an automatic first down. Oh, yeah. Cincinnati moved her. Wait a second. Yeah, that was a bad miss right there. But it's early, guys. Relax, all right? It's 4th and 2, so it's a 5-yard penalty. McKee comes back out with the helmet on. Here he goes, lining up. Looks like he's going to line up again in the shotgun. He's assessing pre-snap. He's got Keelan Robinson to his right. Johnny Wilson's in motion. To his left is Darius Cooper and Anais Smith. Pre-snap McKee in the shotgun. He takes a snap, assesses, looks, fires. Darius Cooper again for a first down. A short little slant route over the middle, and Cooper is getting separation. Another first down for Cooper. Another first down for Darius Cooper. I think Tanner McKee likes Darius Cooper. He is a good player. 1st and 10 now from the 31. McKee in the shotgun, Keelan to his left. He looks, throws, got him. It's Kylan Granson on the outside for about a 15-yard pickup. It's Kylan Granson on the outside for about a 15-yard pickup. Eagles driving once again. Another perfect throw by Tanner McKee. McKee in the shotgun. Keelan to his left. Drops back, hikes, hands it off to Keelan, who's swallowed up in the backfield for a 4-yard loss. That play had no chance. That play had no chance on the football field. Okay, that play had no chance. Eagles driving, though. They'll have a 2nd and about a 14 here, I would say. It's a goal situation. That was a 4-yard loss. So let me see where that put them. They're right at the 14-yard line. 2nd and goal. Tanner in the shotgun. He hikes, looks, fires quickly. He's got Darius Cooper again down to the 5-yard line. Tanner McKee likes Darius Cooper, and I like Darius Cooper. This kid can fucking play. This kid can flat out play. He's got 6 receptions for 81 yards and a touchdown tonight. McKee lines up. It's 3rd and goal from the 5. He's in the shotgun formation. Keelan Robinson to his right. McKee drops back, looks, fires to the back of the end zone. That ball's a little high. Looking for Anais Smith in the back of the end zone and can't connect. It's going to be a 4th and 5. What will the Eagles do here? McKee is steady. Doesn't look like he's trotting off the field yet. Nick Sirianni having a word with the official. What will be the call on the field here? If I'm the Birds, I'm going to opt to go for this. What is the point of taking 3 here? Continue to run this offense. Continue to get reps. McKee's taking the helmet off. I think they're going to settle for a field goal here. McKee wanted that one back. I think he thought there was some tugging and some holding on Aniyah Smith there. Tanner McKee with another impressive drive for the young third-year quarterback. And Darius Cooper continues to make plays, and I didn't see it, but some of you in the chat are telling me that Darius Cooper was wide open on that throw to Aniyah. They're going to settle for 3 here with Jake Elliott. A 23-yard field goal attempt. This should be a little easier than the 55-yarder. And he puts it right down Broad Street, right through the uprights. It's now 27-14 Philadelphia Eagles. That was a fun drive that I would have liked to have seen end in a touchdown. It ends on an errant throw by McKee that I can't really tell if it was his fault. I'm going to take a quick commercial break, everybody. Let me go and grab a quick bite to eat. We'll be right back here on JAKIB Sports. Thanks for tuning in. Hit that like button. We got plenty of football still to play this evening, and we'll have a post-game show as well where I'll talk to Johnny Mack. Thanks, everybody, for being here. Stay tuned. We'll be right back in 3 minutes. A great game right now, 27-14 Eagles.
Welcome to the Jet Setters and the High Rollers, to the Shot Takers and the Tastemakers. Welcome to the Viewfinders, the Thrill Seekers, and the Night Owls. Welcome to everything you could possibly want on one 5-mile island. Welcome to the Wildwoods. Book your stay today.
The following is a real testimonial from the father of a young injured victim.
I didn't think she was going to make it.
Major Perry's daughter was the victim of a horrific accident caused by someone else's negligence.
If you don't find the right counselor, law firm that you're looking for, you will get lost in the wilderness.
Badly injured? Call the Fritz and Bianculli Law Firm at 215-458-2222 and find out why they say, "We got this."
In our hometown, we all look out for each other. We go the extra mile to lend a helping hand. We step up to keep our communities going strong. And at Independence Blue Cross, we're here to keep you going strong. We've been deeply rooted in our communities for more than 85 years. And that connection to members has earned us our spot as the #1 health insurer in the region. So while you look out for your neighbors, know IBX is always looking out for you.
Your financial future is on the line. Are you ready for what's next? At Leone & Company Wealth Management, we help young professionals, business owners, and pre-retirees navigate the complexities of building and protecting wealth. For young professionals, we'll help you grow your wealth, plan for your future, and make the most of your hard-earned dollars. For business owners, we provide strategies to protect your company, manage risks, and create a lasting legacy for both your business and personal wealth. For pre-retirees, we'll design a plan to secure your retirement, ensuring you can live comfortably and confidently in your next chapter. Whether you're just starting out, managing a thriving business, or preparing for retirement, we're here to help you take control of your financial future. The first consultation is on us. Get the advice you need without the cost. Let's make your financial vision a reality. Take the next step. Scan the QR code to schedule your free consultation today. And of course, go Birds.
Welcome to the Jet Setters and the High Rollers, to the Thrill Seekers and the Night Owls. Welcome to everything you could possibly want on one 5-mile island. Welcome to the Wildwoods. Book your stay today.
Eagles. Eagles.
Welcome back in, everybody. The August 7th edition, a preseason opener for the Philadelphia Eagles. They have a 27-14 lead right now. Bengals got the ball back after the Eagles settled for 3. At 2nd and 6 from their own 40-yard line. Browning drops back right now. Looking, he's going to throw that ball away. So I was able to handle some business. I'll take another break soon because I do want to finish. I want to show you guys how blessed I am. I have a full meal in front of me. Rice, steak, chicken, chopped up onions, street corn with avocado, pico de gallo, and zucchini, cooked zucchini with a beautiful spicy sriracha sauce on top. Incredible. This is why I don't do fast food, folks. It's 3rd and 6. Jake Browning in the shotgun. He's looking. He gets that ball quick. He throws deep. He's got a man. It bounces off his hands. It's incomplete. It's going to be 4th down for the Bengals. That might be a 3 and out. Who is 31 on this team? Who is number 31? Who is number 31? Because he looks good in coverage. I like the way he plays in coverage. The Bengals are punting, so the Eagles are going to get the ball back quick here. Back to return the punt is, I can't tell who that is. Number 18, I think it is. Who is that? Number 18? Jalen Hurts rocking the backward white Eagles hat with the Sony headset on. All right. Gotta love it. There's a flag on that kick on the punt. There's Jay Hurts, showing Jay Hurts off a little bit on the sideline. Gotta love it. Gotta show QB1 some love. Super Bowl MVP. Right now, the undisputed leader of Philadelphia. Sorry, Bryce Harper. Sorry, Joel Embiid. Sorry, all the other dudes in this city that have a big name and a big personality and a big brand. But you are second to Jalen Hurts. And there's not much you can do about it outside of get a ring, get a trophy, create success for your team. That's what Jalen Hurts has done. I'm going to take one more break because I want to finish this food. There's a commercial break on the TV right now. Stay with me, everybody. Don't worry. I will go vacuum mode and eat this very quick, and then we'll close out the game together. I'll call the rest of the game all through the 4th quarter. Appreciate all you guys. Stay tuned. I'll be right back.
Welcome to the Jet Setters and the High Rollers, to the Shot Takers and the Tastemakers. Welcome to the Viewfinders, the Thrill Seekers, and the Night Owls. Welcome to everything you could possibly want on one 5-mile island. Welcome to the Wildwoods. Book your stay today.
The following is a real testimonial from the father of a young injured victim.
I didn't think she was going to make it.
Major Perry's daughter was the victim of a horrific accident caused by someone else's negligence.
If you don't find the right counselor, law firm that you're looking for, you will get lost in the wilderness.
Badly injured? Call the Fritz and Bianculli Law Firm at 215-458-2222 and find out why they say, "We got this."
In our hometown, we all look out for each other. We go the extra mile to lend a helping hand. We step up to keep our communities going strong. And at Independence Blue Cross, we're here to keep you going strong. We've been deeply rooted in our communities for more than 85 years. And that connection to members has earned us our spot as the #1 health insurer in the region. So while you look out for your neighbors, know IBX is always looking out for you.
Your financial future is on the line. Are you ready for what's next? At Leone & Company Wealth Management, we help young professionals, business owners, and pre-retirees navigate the complexities of building and protecting wealth. For young professionals, we'll help you grow your wealth, plan for your future, and make the most of your hard-earned dollars. For business owners, we provide strategies to protect your company, manage risks, and create a lasting legacy for both your business and personal wealth. For pre-retirees, we'll design a plan to secure your retirement, ensuring you can live comfortably and confidently in your next chapter. Whether you're just starting out, managing a thriving business, or preparing for retirement, we're here to help you take control of your financial future. The first consultation is on us. Get the advice you need without the cost. Let's make your financial vision a reality. Take the next step. Scan the QR code to schedule your free consultation today. And of course, go Birds.
Welcome to the Jet Setters and the High Rollers, to the Thrill Seekers and the Night Owls. Welcome to everything you could possibly want on one 5-mile island. Welcome to the Wildwoods. Book your stay today.
EAGLES. Eagles.
Welcome back in, everybody. Preseason game underway. Dorian Thompson-Robinson is on the field now. That quarterback to Tanner McKee comes out. DTR drops back. Errant throw on 3rd and 6, which means it might be a 3-and-out for this offense the first time DTR comes in the game. Boy, DTR looks on the field not like what I expected him to look like. He looks like a skill position player at quarterback. That was a bad throw behind Johnny Wilson. Johnny drops it, but I don't know if I would I don't think that's a Johnny problem right there. That was not a great throw. 4th and 6. Eagles are going to punt, so they're going to go right back off the field. I was hoping they would piece together another good drive because they've had plenty of good drives here for the Eagles, for the offense so far. If only you guys could see through the break. Uh-oh, big return here. Big return. Big return by the Bengals. He's jumping. He's hopping. A big punt return there by the Bengals. I just ate so fast. I don't think you guys understand. Someone said, what do you mean vacuum mode? Bro, vacuum. Like, picture an industrial vacuum over the plate of food. That's what I meant. All right. Looks like Trotter Jr. Is that Trotter Jr. still out there? Ty Robinson's in the game still. Yeah, it's Mondin and Trotter in there. Ringo's obviously not in there. Ricks is in there. 1st and 10 from the Eagles 23 after the big punt return. They start with a run on the ground. It picks up 3 yards. Picks up 3 yards. Yeah, I don't know why they went to DTR. I thought McCord was locked in as the 3rd wide receiver. Look at Shady. This guy's always throwing shots like this. Welcome to the working world. Shady, what are you jealous or something that I've created a business that I work my own time? I work 18 hours a day, Shady. What's up with you in these comments? It's like goofy, weird, odd comments. Take your comments and shove them up your ass. Appreciate you being here. You're here every day, so I do appreciate your viewership. But if I see a shitty comment, I'm going to bash you just like I should bash anybody. It's like the 4th day in a row of comments. 3rd and 5 here for the Bengals. Trotter's still on the field, as I mentioned. That's Tristan McCullum back at safety. From the shotgun here for the Bengals. Still Jake Browning in the game. He drops back. He assesses, looking. Releases. That ball get intercepted. Oh, Trotter almost had it, and he didn't. It was kind of a fluky throw by Browning that almost fell right in the breadbasket of Trotter. An odd throw. Looks like his tight end fell, and he just got a hand on it to stop Trotter from getting it. I am on a minor delay, Slagger. Yes, on my iPad. The TV's a little bit ahead of me. I see them kicking a field goal. 36-yard attempt. It's 4th and 5. That ball goes up through the uprights. It's going to be a 27-17 ball game. So a good hold by the defense, considering the special teams unit let the punt returners take it all the way back. All right, so not bad there by the defense. Going to take one more commercial break here, then we'll close out the rest of this thing. I am officially calling for Kyle McCord. Get Kyle McCord in the game. I'll be right back.
Welcome to the Jet Setters and the High Rollers, to the Shot Takers and the Tastemakers. Welcome to the Viewfinders, the Thrill Seekers, and the Night Owls. Welcome to everything you could possibly want on one 5-mile island. Welcome to the Wildwoods. Book your stay today.
The following is a real testimonial from the father of a young injured victim.
I didn't think she was going to make it.
Major Perry's daughter was the victim of a horrific accident caused by someone else's negligence.
If you don't find the right counselor, law firm that you're looking for, you will get lost in the wilderness.
Badly injured? Call the Fritz and Bianculli Law Firm at 215-458-2222 and find out why they say, "We got this."
In our hometown, we all look out for each other. We go the extra mile to lend a helping hand. We step up to keep our communities going strong. And at Independence Blue Cross, we're here to keep you going strong. We've been deeply rooted in our communities for more than 85 years. And that connection to members has earned us our spot as the #1 health insurer in the region. So while you look out for your neighbors, know IBX is always looking out for you.
Your financial future is on the line. Are you ready for what's next? At Leone & Company Wealth Management, we help young professionals, business owners, and pre-retirees navigate the complexities of building and protecting wealth. For young professionals, we'll help you grow your wealth, plan for your future, and make the most of your hard-earned dollars. For business owners, we provide strategies to protect your company, manage risks, and create a lasting legacy for both your business and personal wealth. For pre-retirees, we'll design a plan to secure your retirement, ensuring you can live comfortably and confidently in your next chapter. Whether you're just starting out, managing a thriving business, or preparing for retirement, we're here to help you take control of your financial future. The first consultation is on us. Get the advice you need without the cost. Let's make your financial vision a reality. Take the next step. Scan the QR code to schedule your free consultation today. And of course, go Birds.
Welcome to the Jet Setters and the High Rollers, to the Thrill Seekers and the Night Owls. Welcome to everything you could possibly want on one 5-mile island. Welcome to the Wildwoods. Book your stay today.
EAGLES, Eagles.
Welcome back in, everybody, to the Eagles preseason game. There's 5 minutes remaining in the third quarter here. Saquon's getting interviewed right now by Dave Spadaro on the sideline. Love to see that. My boy Saquon. Eagles have a 27-17 lead. 5:15 remaining in the third quarter. Dorian Thompson-Robinson is your quarterback. It's 1st and 10 in the shotgun. He hands it off. Oh, my goodness. He finds a hole, breaks a tackle, kicks it to the outside, and picks up a good 20 yards. That was Shaderick Powell from the backfield, broke a tackle, kicked it to the left side, and got it picked up about 15, 20 yards. A lot of those plays right now, a lot of those plays from this team. All right? A lot of those plays from this team. Oh, no, Shady, did I hurt your feelings that bad? He says, wow, not even sure how to respond to that. A lot of ego, maybe. I'm out. Good luck. A lot of people put in long hours. Yeah, and you came on this platform that I put all my time, all my money, all my effort into. And you took a shot, which is fine. That's cool. But do you think I'm supposed to sit here and then just say, okay, you take it. I'm good. All right. I won't say anything back. Shady, what are you, made of Charmin? What are you, silly putty? Are you Play-Doh? If you're going to take a shot, be prepared to get shot back at. Ask all the people in the chat who take shots at me every single day. And I take shots right back, and they're here, and we have a great relationship. So we like, you know what I hate in men? I hate passive-aggressive dudes. Like, you're so feminine, you don't even know how to act like a man. Passive-aggressive. Corny. All right, 1st and 20 after a flag. Thompson Robinson drops back. Oh, a big throw over the middle. And he finds a man, picks up a first down on a 1st and 19 play. Who was that made that catch? That was a pretty ball by Dorian Thompson Robinson right over the middle of the field. Right over the middle of the field. You got to love that. That was a nice throw there by Dorian Thompson Robinson. Maybe I counted him out too quick, everybody. I just want to see him accord, though. Not going to lie. Not going to lie. Not trying to hate on DTR. That was a great throw there. Dorian back in the shotgun. Quick release. Gets the ball out. Dumps it off. Who's number 45 there? I can't. Is that Taylor Morin? I think that's Taylor Morin. Taylor Morin. That is Taylor Morin with the catch there. I knew that's who that was. I should have known that. I love the showing of their show. They show Saquon a lot on the thing. Dorian under center. Signals a man in motion. It's 2nd and 4. Oh, kicks the ball to the outside. It's a fumble. And the Eagles jump on it. An offensive lineman picks it up just barely. It's Cameron Williams, the rookie, who picked it up. A kind of a bad pitch. Yeah, very bad pitch by DTR to Shanderick Powell. Powell had to reach the right hand up, reach the right hand out, didn't get it. Wow, that's a great catch by great jump on that ball by Cameron Williams, who really had to reach out. It's now 3rd and 9 in the shotgun. DTR lets it go, finds a man over the middle. That's Jenkins with the catch for about a 6-yard gain. It's going to be a 4th down right now. It's going to be a 4th down. Bombay says, who the F is Morin? Taylor Morin, Bombay. Get used to him, brother. You'll be seeing a lot of them, all right? You'll be seeing a lot of them. Gotta love it, though. Gotta love it. Let's see what DTR can do. I'm not going to count him out just yet. 4th and 2. They're going for it on the other side of the 50 at the 41. DTR drops back, fires. No chance of completion there. Targeting Johnny Wilson, but really looked like it was going right for a Bengal defender, and they swatted it out of the air. It's a turnover on downs for the Eagles offense. I don't know about DTR. Chris B says, anyone else pounding beers back for an Eagle preseason game? Chris B, I'm doing the Zander equivalent of that. I was not supposed to do this whole game live. I didn't even think that through until legitimately we started going. I thought pregame, I'll call the open just to see who starts, and we'll get out of Dodge, and then we'll be live on the postgame show. And here we are. We're still live. So the preseason game is underway. Steven, I'm getting to that point as well. The excitement in the air is not quite as high, but I felt like I did a decent job at keeping that excitement as long as we could. All right, DTR getting traded or cut, one or the other. They just traded for him, so I don't know. Let me adjust a couple things on the back end, a little bit of production work I got to do here. I am well fed. That meal was absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. I hammered it probably way faster than you should eat food, and that's what I did. So welcome to my world. Y'all are just living in it. All right? Including you, Shady. Including you. It's Xander's world, and you're living in it. And Xander's world, and you're living in it. It's Xander's world. Shady's living in it, and he's not happy about it. Yeah, good, Lamar. I'm good. I'm happy with that. Get your Hod Campbell off the field. I need that guy to be a menace when he's on the football field. I don't need him to take over here in a preseason game. As fun as that would be. As fun as that would be. Holy moly. You gotta love it. Lamar says, next time you choose, Xander, not vacuum mode. Lamar, you ain't built like me, Lamar. Come on, Lamar. I went hammer time on that food. It was good. Steak was cooked to perfection. Chicken was amazing. Nice rice base. A good flow of veggies. I'm not a huge veggie guy, so it's got to be the right amount. It was a perfect amount. A great sriracha-based sauce on top. Very good. Very good. Vacuum mode is crazy. Yes, it is. All right, here we go. 1st and 10. First plays a run here for the Bengals. Picks up about 3 yards from Brooks. Let's see who's out on the field right now for this Eagles defense. I believe I still see Ty Robinson. All right. I think Mac McWilliams is out there. Can't tell. Let me tell you in a second. Munden's out there. Ringo will bounce back. Good night for Eli. Ringo was not good, Wayne. Eli was okay. It's 2nd and 8. Bengals are at their own 46-yard line. From the shotgun is Browning. Signals a man in motion who doesn't listen to him. And they call a flag. I saw it happening. Browning was signaling the man in motion. Guy wasn't hearing him or listening to him. And then they get a flag. How was your dinner, Tony? It was absolutely delicious, but maybe didn't make me feel too hot to be doing it in the middle of a play-by-play. I could easily take this 4th quarter off and catch you at a post-game show. That's what I'm leaning toward. Dullahan says, I'm watching Xander on my iPad while watching Philly 500 on my phone. It's the best of both worlds. I got to do something with Philly 500. Me and him. I know he does stuff with Cilio, but Dullahan, go put in his chat right now and say, it's time for you and Xander to collab. 500. It's time for you and Xander to collab. Valencia says you need a Bev, Z. I don't drink, so, So I'm not like wouldn't be the thing I'd go for, Valencia, but I hear you. If you're having one, I'm happy for you. I hope you're enjoying it. Thank you, Dullahan. Appreciate you, dog. Patrick Johnson, man, with a big rush right there. Is that a sack? Steph, you missed the whole stream. It was a good one. You missed. I had a lot of fun in the first half. Not liquor, bro, water. I know you can see I'm almost out. I'm almost out. Let's drop it back. Oh! Patrick Johnson on the tip and interception. That was electric. There's a flag on the field. Is that coming back? Because that was absolutely beautiful. Oh, it's going to come back. No. That was so good. Dude, that was such a good way. Is it coming back or not? Bro, this play is crazy. Oh! Oh! You gotta love it. It's not coming back, so that counts? Yes, dude, that was electric. What an awesome play for a player that fights for the roster spot, is fighting again for a roster spot, had to suffer in New York last year, and he makes a huge play, and the Eagles have the ball at the 20-yard line. Amazing play. Wow, quick play action pass. DTR throws that ball quick and picks up 12 yards. Wow, a great play action pass. Rolled him out to the right and throws a floater for an easy gain. A nice play there by Dorian Thompson-Robinson. a nice play there. A great play by Patrick Johnson previously. Boy, I got a feeling this Eagles team is going to be really good, man. Does anybody, I know it's just preseason. I'm not like making a grandiose statement about what I saw. I'm saying in general, I think this team is going to be really good. I just feel like this team is going to be lights out this year. I'm a little concerned about corner, but we'll prevail. I mean, we're good. We're not, it's not like it's like, yeah, he might get beat a couple times this year. All right. It's like, welcome to football, Welcome to football. That's what happens in football. Welcome to freaking football. So I feel all right about it. Why was Ogbo not playing? I'm not sure, Brian. I was looking for him too. Patrick Johnson been on the team. Lamar. So what happened with Pat was he was drafted here. And then last year, Lamar, if you remember, Howie kind of tried to play those roster games with him, cut him to try and get him back on the practice squad. And the Giants claimed him. So then he spent the year last year in New York. So we didn't have him last year, but we got him back this year. Yeah, the Giants claimed him, picked him up. Not ideal, but it worked out. It worked out. Now he's back. Brian said Ogbo must be a lock then. I don't think you can call him a lock, dude. Maurice says our Eagles don't lose. Maurice feels like this team has a good chance, man, to go back and win another one. Jason, I kind of agree. Adoree, like, he almost looked like out of place, A-team. Like, he looked like small. He didn't look like he had any sort of physicality to him. He was out of place on several balls that came his way. I was very unimpressed with Adoree Jackson. Very unimpressed so far. Yeah, I was super unimpressed. So I kind of agree with you, A-team. Now, obviously, the splash play didn't happen against him. It happened against Ringo. So, Adoree doesn't know the scheme. Ringo was in position, just didn't make the play. It's actually probably the correct take, Pumper. Ringo is shook. He doesn't have CB2. Seems soft. Adoree is old and washed. Yeah, we need a corner. I think we need a corner. Pump, I know you're high on Ringo, but, bro, I don't know. I don't know if you want to go into a season with a Super Bowl window and keep him as your CB2. I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing Ja'Cory Bennett in the next preseason game. That's going to be the one thing I'm going to be monitoring. Curtis brings up a good point. One injury to Q, I have no confidence in this secondary. Curtis, you could probably go a step further. One injury to Q, this team's Super Bowl chances might go out the window. First and goal, Eagles driving from the 7-yard line. 15 on the game clock in the fourth quarter. Fourth quarter gets underway right now. Dorian takes a little bit of a quarterback draw. I'm not sure if that was intentional. Goes nowhere, gets back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be second and goal. It'll be second and goal. Second and goal from the 7-yard line. Dorian hands it off. Wow. Shifty, quick running back there. 39. I'm not sure who that is. Is it Powell again? Yeah, Shanderick Powell. He's a smaller guy, but he's got some speed. He's got some speed. Petula looks like a natural so far, just from the eye test, just the way he looks on the sideline. You know how some people have that coordinator look? They got that football look. Petula's got that coordinator look. Here we go. Third and goal from the 5. Dorian lines up in the shotgun. Shanderick to his left. He's going to loft that one up. Oh, Johnny Wilson through the hands. I have to look a little closer. Was that on Johnny or was that on Dorian? Was that on Johnny or was that on Dorian? Johnny is not a very finesse receiver. He has a clunky wideout, but he did have some big catches tonight. I think that might have been on DTR. Johnny Wilson smoked a blunt during halftime is the funniest comment you'll ever read. Guy had like the ultimate first half, comes out as 3 drops. Oh my goodness. Johnny. You can tell, John, you're right. Pump again, though. Not used to DTR at all. Him and Tanner were like bread and butter, dude. Him and Tanner were bread and butter. Oh, Maurice, I'll keep calling the game for you, Doug. He says, I wish I lived in Philly so I could watch the game. I'm in Oklahoma City, and I'm missing the game. I'm sad about missing this game. Yo, Maurice, what the fuck is in Oklahoma City? Anything? Can you, like, bring me into your world for a second? What the holy hell is in Oklahoma City? Holy hell. Thanks, Paul. Sometimes I take adjectives from you guys. Zander, the two players that should fight for CB2 is Ricks and Jacorian on first team to see if they're ready. Ringo's tackling ain't what concerns me. Me neither, Slagger. Bad timing throw, says Pumper. First and goal. Here we go. From the 2, a flag brings him back on the field. DTR in the shotgun. Wilson and Cooper to his right. Cooper goes in motion. He hands it off to Powell, looks for a lane and finds it, and he gets into the end zone. It's a touchdown. Philadelphia Eagles. This game's becoming a blowout quick. Just like we did to them in the regular season last year. Can anybody tell me what the score of the Eagles-Bengals game in the regular season was last year? It's 34-17 right now. It's 34-17 right now. I think we beat them 37-17, if I'm not mistaken. I think we beat them 37-17 last year, if I'm not mistaken. The only thing I know for sure is that it was a piece of belt to ass. That classic belt to ass look you look for when you watch the Philadelphia Eagles. That classic thing you expect every time you turn on a Birds game. They just end up going belt to ass on them. Complete and utter belt to ass. 30. Oh, was it 31? Yeah, I remember that now. Shanderick Powell with the touchdown. I took a risk. Oh, Andre, no way. Andre, I can't get behind this. I can't start enticing people to bet on preseason football. I can't start enticing people to bet on preseason football. All right, everybody, here's what I'm going to do. I'm sorry for those who are going to be very upset at this, but I'm going to take a quick break because I wasn't supposed to be here. I'm happy I'm here, but I'm doing the post-game show with John in about 20 minutes from now. So let me just take a quick break, grab some water, go to the bathroom, do what I got to do. I'll be right back after the game. All right. I don't think we're missing much. This game's over now. I do want to see Kyle McCord, so I'm a little upset. Should I wait for Kyle McCord? I feel like I should wait for McCord. Fuck. I don't want to get off. I definitely do not want to get off for Kyle McCord. Let me hold it out. Still, Jimbo says, do your thing. Do my thing, Jimbo. I'm just trying to make great content for the great people of JAKIB Nation who show up. Paparo's got it. He says, stay. I'll stay. I'll stick around. I will stick around. Oh, there's B-Dawk and a Kango in the ad. I love it. Gotta love it. You won't leave if you wait for him. Oh, you don't think he's coming, Rich? Why would he not come? Why would he not play in this game? What is the advantage to him not playing? I don't see one. I don't see him one. Z would make a great Eagles mascot. No, I wouldn't, Ethan. What are you, nuts? Good mascot. Make no damn good mascot. Great show, Z. Had fun. Thanks, Prince. Appreciate you, brother. Love you, man. Thanks for being here. Pass rush is almost non-existent. Well, considering that our starting edge rushers never were on the field, yeah, probably not. Probably not. All right, I love all you guys. I'm going to take a break. All right, just give me a second here. 13:39 to go. 34-17. Eagles have the lead. All right, they just got in with a Shanderick Powell touchdown. Jake Elliott kicks off here. A little pooch kick to the goal line. They're going to return it. 18 thinks he's going somewhere. He goes absolutely nowhere. I love it. Gotta love it. Sassy. I'm not a sassy. Big Z, thanks for this channel. JAKIB Sports has become my go-to. Unapologetic. Thanks, dude. That's what I love to hear, man. That's why we're here. That's why we make content. That's why we try and connect with all of our great viewers who tune in each and every single day. And I appreciate you, man. I appreciate that comment, and I appreciate you very much, because this channel is not for everybody. Not everybody will like this channel, but the people who it's for, I think, really like it. And that's the best sign for me that, you know, we're doing something that's worth doing. We're doing the right thing. We're building a good platform. We're building a meaningful platform that has real staying power and real people and a real audience that loves it. So thanks for that cool comment, dude. I appreciate that. Really, I appreciate that a lot. So thank you, bro. Thanks for being here, and thanks for being one of our great supporters. Couldn't do it without all you guys. I'll call another series, because why not? Here we go. Looks like Browning is still in the game. It's 2nd and 7 from their own 27. No, it's not Browning. It's not Browning. Is that Ritter? He airmails one over with some pressure on him. Ty Robinson getting some pressure, folks. Getting some pressure for Ty Robinson with a rundown. Yes, sir, Jimbo. Yes, sir, Jimbo. There's Maxon Hook, famously the roommate of Quinyon Mitchell. Wow, Ty Robinson exploded through there. Wow. Ty Robinson came through there like a freaking cannon. 3rd and 7 from their own 27. He drops back in the shotgun, fires to his right side, and absolutely nobody is there. In coverage was up. They're calling a flag on it. A little handsy. Ethan, I'm definitely telling you no. Ethan says, "There, you told me if the Eagles hired you for a mascot, you wouldn't take the job." Ethan, you know what I call myself? Unemployable. Legitimately. I don't say that with disrespect. A lot of people are great employees. I legitimately am not employable. I can only work for me, or else it wouldn't work. I promise you, man. Last time I worked for somebody, though, I was a stud. But I always told him I'm going out on my own and I'm never coming back. He said, "You should, because you got the work ethic." I said, "Thank you, sir," and kept rolling. Thank you, sir, and kept rolling. Why is Lincoln Financial always too cold? Because it has too many fans. Classic. Rich says, "What are we going to do at safety?" I have no clue. No clue. Yo, Keith, why do you always, Keith, it's always you, Keith. It's like you every time, Keith. You're the one, Keith. No, it wasn't in Houston. I worked for myself there, too. I was just a brokey. I was figuring it out. There. Ritter rolls to the left, throws it to the line of scrimmage, and goes absolutely nowhere. It's going to be 4th down. Oh, no, 3rd down. Excuse me. 3rd and 4. 34-17 ball game. 11:52 on the game clock. We're counting down. Ty Robinson is making some plays out there. 34, agreed. Jimbo looks good to me, too. Does that have to do with the long-ass hair? Yeah, it is. He's got some crazy hair, doesn't he? That hair has a mind of its own. Is that who it is, Jason? All right, from the shotgun, 3rd and 5 from his own 43. Throws it to the line of scrimmage in a tight window, and the receiver had really no chance there. Castro Fields breaks it up. The Penn Stater. It's 4th and 5 now for the Bengals. 4th and 5 now for the Bengals here. Oh, that was a nasty-looking tackle, wasn't it? Nasty-looking tackle. All right, let me let this punt go. I'm going to roll. I got to catch my voice before this post-game show. Probably going to be at least an hour. Who's that? Who is number 18? Guy's tiny, but I don't know who it is. Williams? I don't know who that is. All right, everybody. I love all you guys, and I appreciate all you guys. Oh, wait. No, wait. I'm not going anywhere. I ain't going anywhere. My boy's coming in. It's Kyle McCord season. It is Kyle McCord season. Let me tell you guys, right now, you ever eat something way too fast and then you feel it for like an hour? That's exactly what I did. So for all you dummies who told me to go and eat, I'm blaming you. I'm blaming you for this fizzle. There's Shady. Shady, you know I love you. You're one of our loyal commenters. He says, jealous really wasn't a shot, just a statement. I'd have to ask why you took my comment personally. Well, you've had like 5 of them in a row, Shady, haven't you? Yes or no? The last 5 days straight, you've commented something about the work, about being late because they don't respect. Come on, man. I'm not saying maybe you're not jealous. That's fine. And you're entitled to push back on me. That's the point of JAKIB. But don't throw a hurl and expect to not get punched back. That's how it works. You say it wasn't a shot. I took it as a shot. I can only do so much. You know, I can only read your comment on the screen, bro. Lamar. I hate how right you are about this, Lamar. I hate how right you are, Lamar. It's Kyle McCord time, though, so that food is no longer an issue. That food is no longer an issue. Holy shit, this hair is going, isn't it, folks? This hair doesn't have a chance in hell. This hair doesn't have a chance in hell. How's it up top? Ooh. Can't be good. Can't let me put that hat back on so Shady doesn't start throwing more shots at me. Time to give it the Joe Rogan treatment. You think so, man? Yo, Devontae's back in. What up, Devontae? Lefty. Why you say lefty? I'm not a lefty. Is it inverted? This is my no, this is right. Might be inverted so I can read my hats and stuff. No way, JD. He says, I just got 2 kittens. Named them Saquon and Gilly. That's so funny. Time to commit. You think, Jimbo? You think, bro? I don't know. I think I could style it out. I need like a Mexican barber or a black barber. You know, like any of my black listeners a barber in here? Anyone? Come on, you can give me that nice shape up, that nice fade. Give me a little something on the top to work with. I know somebody can do it. It can't be the white woman that cuts my hair. Can't be the white chick that cuts my hair. It can't. I know it can't. Devontae says, grow a beard out if we go on a win streak. I'll do that, Devontae. All right, here's McCord. 1st and 15 from the 20. Hands it off to, looks like, I don't know who that. Who's 35? Is that Keelan? Yeah, I think it's Keelan. I'm losing on the names. I'm at stage 5 balding, he says. Another flag on the field. What's up with all these flags? And what's up with these damn streamers, man? These goofy ass. I'll take a Sweeney haircut. Wayne, I can assure you I'm not getting a Sweeney haircut. This is no Sweeney. Come on, I want to see Kyle McCord throw the rock. I don't want to see him hand the ball off to Keelan Robinson. I want to see him throw that rock. Nair, Lamar, you're in a trolling mood, aren't you, my friend? Yeah, what the heck, Pump? What are they doing? Pass the ball. You got McCord in there. Guys that got a rocking arm. I know what you meant, Wayne. Another handoff. 1st and 25. Oh, a big gain, though. Keelan Robinson runs hard, doesn't he, folks? Keelan Robinson runs hard. Where's my boy Akbar? Can he cut hair? Get a weep. What about you, Keese? Can you cut hair? Knowing Keese, he probably lives in like, I don't know, like some goofy New Mexico or something. Keese ain't cutting my hair. Pump, you want to cut my hair? Can you? I need a good black barber. Somebody connect me. 2nd and 11. McCord in the shotgun. He drops back to throw. Looks, assesses. Rolling out to the right. Threw it to the sideline and bounced off Robinson's hands. Not a good-looking first rep there to throw the ball from McCord. It looks like he didn't have too much. Hurts still comfortable, chill, and calm on the sideline as they show him. 10:06 remain in the game. A 3rd and 11, which means we got some passing downs to come. I agree, Pump. Got to catch that. 3rd and 11. McCord in the shotgun. Drops back, looking, fires over the middle, and it's airmailed and picked off. It bounced off one defender's hands and landed in another one, and now they can't get him down. He's running around everybody, and he's going to take it back for a touchdown. That is a crazy play. What was that? Was that Kyle McCord's fault? Looked like a bad throw in a bad window. Not sure what he was doing. Then it looks like a bad bounce that didn't go his way. Let me look at this. Throws the ball. There's nobody home. Bounces off one guy's helmet and goes right back in another guy's arm. And then the other guy gets up and proceeds to take it all the way back to the end zone, juking people out. McCord and the receiver were clearly not on the same page, or the tight end, Jenkins, because he thought he was going to be looking for the ball, and he didn't. These goofy-ass fifth stringers, as Keith says. Agreed. You're telling me I stayed here to watch McCord, and that's what he gives me? I know, Ethan. Ethan, this is tragic, dude. This is tragic. I feel bad for McCord because now he might not make the team. All these what's up with these bots? Sorry for whoever had 10.5. Oh, no. Ooh, baby. Ooh, doggy. I think it's me. I don't think any mods are doing anything. The mods don't do shit. They just have a wrench for no reason. I don't think a single mod in this channel does shit. I don't mean that as a knock on them either. I don't really care, but I don't think they do much. It's all good. People like the blue. People like the blue. Xander has a bad tummy. Lamar, I blame you, bro. Oh, shoot. I missed a bunch of supers, didn't I? J-Mac won't show his face after doubting McKee. I saw that. Tanner McKee is better than Dak. Oz says, we're so cooked at the corner position. Trade him to the Dolphins. They need secondary. Oz, I don't know what you want, dude. Siglord says, Ringo more burnt than Angelo's chicken nugget head. That was crazy today. What do we do if someone offers a second for McKee? You take it. What are you talking about? We got a franchise quarterback in Jalen Hurts. Someone's going to give me a second-round pick for Tanner McKee. I'll see you later, my friend. Good effing night. Goodbye, good riddance. Goodbye, good riddance. And Cody says, I'm trying. Cody, it wasn't a knock. It's all good. I don't expect you guys to do a lot. I don't expect it. I like you guys. I like certain dudes having wrenches. I don't know why. Cody, you got a wrench, and now you got one. Now you're never losing it. Z got McCord cut. Ethan, fuck off. All right, good stream. I'm done. I'm going to be live again in like 30 minutes. So if you really love me and you really miss me and you really want me to be here, don't worry. I'm going to be right back. All right, we're going to get Johnny Mac on for a post game. We're going to break this sucker down. I'm going to grill him on Ringo. I'm going to talk about the incredible player that is Darius Cooper. I'm going to talk about the greatness of Tanner McKee. I will talk to him about what is going on with Sidney Brown. I will figure out his perspective on Eli Ricks. And I will discuss with John the winners and the losers of preseason game number 1. I love all you guys. J-Mac will be pumped, as he always is. Ryan, if you ever listened to John when he wasn't pumped, he's always pumped. I'm pumped. Love all you guys. See you next time, though.
EAGLES, Eagles.